close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Allons Elementary School tonight. The Rickman Lady Bulldogs and Bulldogs travel up here on the mountain to take on the Lady Hawks and Hawks in this county matchup. First of all, let's talk about the visiting Rickman Lady Bulldogs under head coach Misty Garrett and assistant coaches Elliott Poston and Buddy Sales. A little premature on the national anthem there. They'll slow that down and get it started again here in a minute. Rickman comes in 4-2 overall. They're 1-1 in Overton County. Allons coached by Derek Harris. He is assisted by Andy Beachboard. The Lady Hawks come in 4-3 overall. They are 1-1 in Overton County. Rickman will be dressed in the road purple, the gold, the white numbers. Allons dressed in the home white, the gold numbers, the black trim, as we are getting ready now for the national anthem, as we're just about ready to get this one underway. And we'll have our national anthem. We'll get the starting lineup for you in just a moment.
Elementary, at this time, we'll ask you to please stand. And gentlemen, remove your cover for the playing of the national anthem.
National anthem here at Allons Elementary. Let's get the starters now for this matchup for Rickman. As we said, under head coach Misty Garrett, assistant coaches Elliott Poston and Buddy Sales. They are 4-2 overall, 1-1 in Overton County, and they'll start number 3, Chloe Hammock, number 21, Kate Ford, number 23, Allie Reams, number 25, Chloe Cravens, and number 30, Addie Mae Knappenberger, the starting 5 for the Lady Bulldogs of Rickman Elementary School. For Allons, under head coach Derek Harris and assistant coach Andy Beachboard, at 4-3 overall, 1-1 in Overton County play. They will start number 5, Jaylee Johnson, number 11, Ava Whited, number 14, Mia Hughes, number 22, Carly Ledbetter, and number 25, Bella Harris, the starting 5 for the Lady Hawks of Allons Elementary School. As we said, dressed in the home white. The numbers are gold, the black trim on the basketball uniforms. Rickman in the road purple. The purple numbers on the basketball uniforms just outlined in the white. So really, I guess, white numbers there for Rickman. And we're just about ready to get this one underway. Rickman will be moving to the bucket to our right. Allons moving to the bucket to our left as we get ready to get this game started. Happy to have you with us, as both these teams at 1-1 in Overton County both have lost to Hillham. Hillham won Friday night here in Allons. They opened up the season down in Hillham against Rickman to get the win against the Lady Bulldogs. Mia Hughes to jump for Allons. She'll jump against Kate Ford for Rickman. Official steps in, ball in the air. Tap going to be controlled by Allons. Johnson with it. Goes right side, tried to get the ball to Harris. It's going to be taken away by Knappenberger, but a foul going to be called quickly on Allons. It will go on Bella Harris. She'll pick up the first foul of the game against either team with 5:51 to play in the first quarter, and Rickman will play it in with Hammock going inbounds to Reams. Reams goes left side now to Ford. Ford back to Reams up top. Right side, Knappenberger against the 2-3 zone by Allons. Reams top of the key. Now left elbow they go. The shot blocked away by Harris as Hammock took that shot. Taken out of the air by Johnson. Johnson in the front court for Allons. Now to Hughes. Hughes dribbling up top. Will back it back out to Harris to set the offense. Harris works it left side to Johnson. Hughes posting up in traffic. The jumper in the lane's no good. Hughes gets her own rebound, tries to take it back up, but she's going to be held and fouled by Rickman. And we'll go to the line for the first free throws of the game as Chloe Hammock will pick up the first foul for the Lady Bulldogs in this first half, and it will be Mia Hughes going to the line for Allons, looking to get them on the board for the first time, trying to score the first point of the game here in this matchup. Free throw by Hughes is rolling good. Allons in front 1-0 on the made free throw by Mia Hughes. And she'll shoot a second here for the Lady Hawks. Dribbling the basketball there at the charity stripe. Puts this one on the way. That one's left short. Rebound Johnson, though, for Allons. Takes it back up. Blocked away by Hillham. Taken away by Hammock. Then Harris knocked it away and stolen by Hughes. Hughes back to Harris. Harris dribbling between the circles. Will drive. Goes right corner to Whited. Her three in there is short. No good. Long rebound kicking out to Knappenberger, who wants to run. Long pass to Hammock on the right side. Double teamed on the baseline. Backs it back out to Knappenberger. Little floater right side rimming. No good. Rebound Whited. Taken away by Ford. But a jump ball going to be called before the steal. And the arrow is going to keep it with Rickman as they'll play it in on the inline. Left side front court. Stepping out to throw in will be Allie Reams. Reams to play the ball in. Goes left corner, Knappenberger. Three in the air is off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound taken away by Hammock. Her follow on the right side's no good. Hughes will tap the rebound. We'll get to it. Hughes now will give it up to Harris to bring it front court. Harris dribbling top of the key. Left side Johnson. In the corner, Ledbetter. 19-foot jumper, no good. Johnson with the offensive rebound back up, no good. Rebound forward. Then a push going to be called on Allons. Foul going to go on Mia Hughes. She'll pick up her first, team second here in the first half. And Rickman to play the ball in with 4.5 to play first quarter. Allons leading 1-0. Forward in the front court. Down low, that was making the pass. Cravens down low to Ford. And a jump ball going to be called. Cravens is 25, Ford is 21. May have had them mixed up there for a few minutes. But Johnson to play the ball in against 2-2-1 pressure by Allons. Inbounds goes to Harris, right by Rickman. Harris now to Johnson. Johnson tried to hit Hughes, too tall for her to get to, taken away by Cravens. Cravens now to Knappenberger. Knappenberger in the lane, Reams. Reams looks to drive and draws a foul from Allons. It's going to go on, he signaled 12, I guess it's on 22. Carly Ledbetter picking up her first, team's third. Reams to play the ball in to Hammock. Hammock will drive. Little floater on the right side, bouncing, no good. Whited taps the rebound, but Rickman will get to it. Reams up top. Now to Hammock. Hammock down low to Ford. Ford back to Hammock. Hammock now to Reams. Left side they go to Knappenberger. Her long two is good. Addie Mae Knappenberger from 19 feet knocks down the first field goal, and Rickman has their first lead at 2-1. Whited going to drive. Floater on the right side, banking, no good. Rebound tapped out, but there to get to it's going to be Cravens. Cravens quickly in the front court for the Lady Bulldogs, and she's going to be pushed and fouled by Harris. Bella Harris going to be called for her second. We have her with team's fourth, so she picks up number 2 with 3:40 to play in the first quarter. Hammock up top now to Reams. Reams right side Knappenberger. She'll drive, backs it back out to Reams. Reams now on the baseline, cut off there. Will go free throw line Hammock. Her jumper is banking, no good. Rebound Hughes. Hughes now to Whited. Whited will throw it away, taken away by Hammock. Hammock gets it back. She'll drive, and what have we got? A block going to be called on Mia Hughes, and that will be her second. So Hughes has 2. Harris has 2. Team foul number 5 against Allons with 3:17 to play in the first quarter. It will be Rickman to throw in on the inline. Only one more foul to give for Allons before Rickman's in the bonus. They say it was a shooting foul here. So Chloe Hammock will go to the line to shoot 2. Hammock stepping up there for the first time. High arcing free throw, banking, no good. She'll have a second chance here from the charity stripe. Dribbling the basketball there. Hammock puts this one on the way. It's no good. Long rebound going to kick out to Harris for Allons. Harris now will bring it front court on the dribble. Harris dribbles away from the double team in the corner. Whited now to Johnson. Johnson to Ledbetter on the right side. Ledbetter will skip it now to Johnson. Halfway through this first quarter with Rickman leading 2-1. Harris out top. Knappenberger all over her. Harris goes left side. Johnson. Jaley's got an open look at the three. That one rims out. Long rebound chased down in the corner by Ledbetter. Tries to save it. Hammock will get to it, and Johnson fouled her, trying to take it away. Jaley Johnson will pick up her first foul, team foul number 6. So for the next 2:46 of this first quarter and the entire second quarter, Rickman's going to be in the bonus. Inbounds goes to Reams to bring it front court. Reams right side to Knappenberger. Knappenberger back to Reams. They'll go in the corner now to Cravens, and she couldn't make the catch. Turnover by Rickman. We'll give it right back to Allons. 2-1, Rickman in front here in the first quarter. Foul trouble began to pile up here for the Lady Hawks, though, as the inbounds goes to Hughes. Hughes back to Johnson. Now to Whited to bring it front court. To Harris on the right side. Down low, Hughes double teamed in the paint. Hughes going to kick it back out to Ledbetter. Ledbetter's pass almost stolen, but Harris gets to it. Left side, Johnson. Johnson in the lane. Hughes didn't catch it cleanly, dribbles it off her foot, but picked up by Ledbetter. Ledbetter's pass knocked free, stolen by Rickman. Then the outlet knocked away by Whited. Johnson will dive on the floor to get to it, and she's going to be pushed and fouled by Hammock. Hammock will pick up her second foul, team second, so both fouls on Rickman going against Chloe Hammock. Ledbetter sitting down, coming in to replace her for Allons is Aubrey Garrett. First sub of the game. Inbounds goes Hughes in the lane. Hughes now to Harris. Right side, Whited. Whited back to Hughes, posting up. Hughes down low, Johnson. Johnson left side jumper, no good. Rebound taken away by Ford. Now it'll be Reams to bring it front court. Reams there. Works it. High post now. Hughes will take it away. Try to get to Hammock. Hughes now to Harris running. Harris. Scoop layup on the right side. Good. Bella Harris. Harris lays it up and in for the first field goal for Allons. They move in front by 1, 3-2. Ford trying to save that one from getting out of bounds over on the far side, and they're going to call a timeout, I think, here. They had a jump ball before the timeout. Now they will take the timeout. While we've got a timeout, we'll take an opportunity to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, and First Church of Livingston. Some of our sponsors tonight here on Overton Events. Overton County very close on the girls' side right now, with Hillham leading undefeated in girls' play. These two teams at 1-1. Hillham's 2-0, actually 3-0. They have wins over Allons, Rickman, and Wilson. So the Hillham Lady Tigers are 3-0. Rickman and Allons both 1-1. Livingston and Wilson still looking for their first win. Rickman's going to get number 50, Chloe Dial, into the ball game for the first time when we come out of the timeout. Longest 30-second timeout I've ever seen. 1:41 to play in the first quarter, as it will be. It'll be at the free throw line. They must have called a foul on that last one. As stepping to the line will be Kate Ford to shoot the 1-1. Free throw by Ford is good. Ford has her first point. Ties the game at 3. That had to be on Whited over on that far side. We're going to guess. I didn't see them signal anything to the table. They don't come to the table the way they're supposed to. Second free throw is no good. Rebound Hughes. Hughes now to Johnson. Johnson back to Hughes against pressure by Rickman. Right back to Johnson to bring it front court. Johnson floater in the lane, bouncing no good. Hughes with the offensive rebound, back up and in. Mia Hughes with the offensive rebound and put back has her first field goal. Allons in front by 2 now, 5-3. On the baseline is Reams. Reams in the paint, goes to Dial. Left side, Knappenberger. The 2 ball in the air is good. Addie Mae Knappenberger. Knappenberger has 4 of the 5 for Rickman, both of their field goals, and we're tied at 5 apiece. Whited on the right side. Out top to Harris. Harris backs it back out on the dribble. A minute to play in the first quarter in a 5-5 game. Inside Hughes, back to Harris. 19-foot jump shot, good. Bella Harris. Harris knocks down the 2. She's got 4 now to lead Allons. There's a steal by Johnson. Johnson in the front court for the Lady Hawks. Johnson hands off to Harris. Harris dribbling there at the half-court line. Harris goes to Johnson. Johnson's 3 ball on the left side, banking, no good. Rebound to Garrett. Garrett blocked away by Dial, taken away by Reams, and then a foul going to be called on Allons. It's going to go on 25. That's Bella Harris. We've got her with 3. That'll be team foul number 8 in the first half. So the 1-and-1 here for Allie Reams, stepping up there for the first time for the Lady Bulldogs. Reams looking for her first point of the night. Dribbling the basketball there. Free throws on the way and no good. Rebound though taken away by Knappenberger. Try to go inside to Dial. Dial able to finally pull it free and then double dribble. Yeah, I had two hands on the basketball that time, and the turnover will give it right back to Allons. 25 seconds to play in the first quarter in a 7-5 Allons lead. Whited in the front court, over the top of the double team. Pass knocked away by Knappenberger. Dial will pick it up. Dial's outlet going to be stolen by Hughes with 14 seconds. Hughes in the front court on the dribble. They double team. Hughes in the corner, Whited. Whited pull-up jumper on the baseline's no good. Rebound taken away by Ford. Outlet goes to Knappenberger. Knappenberger will drive. Finally gets control of it. Saves it inbounds, but it's stolen by Johnson, and the quarter will end right there. After one complete, it is Allons 7, Rickman 5.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Into the first quarter with Allons leading Rickman 7-5. Big disparity in fouls in this matchup. Allons has been called for 8. Rickman's been called for only 2. Unofficially, we've got Allons Bella Harris with 3. Mia Hughes with 2. Rickman, they've been called for 2, and both of those picked up by Chloe Hammock. So both teams having some people in some pretty deep foul trouble right now, especially if that is accurate with Harris having 3. Rickman going to send Knappenberger, Dial, Reams, Cravens, and Ford out there. Allons sends Ledbetter, Garrett, Whited, Hughes, and Johnson out to start the second quarter. Rickman with possession as Dial will throw in. Goes inbounds Knappenberger. Knappenberger to Reams. Reams steps inside the arc. Left elbow jumper partially blocked by Hughes and out of bounds off the hands of Ford. It'll go to Allons. Just underway with the second quarter with Johnson to play it in for the Lady Hawks to Ledbetter. Ledbetter back to Johnson. I think Coach Derek Harris has realized that Bella Harris has the 3 fouls in the front court. Whited with it. Whited double team. Now to Garrett. Garrett dribbling at the half-court circle. They double team her. And a timeout going to be called. Allons will take a 30 with 5:39 to play in the first half, and Allons leading by a score of 7-5. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. W&O Construction Company, Cornicello's Italian Restaurant, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, the Raines family, and Highway Tire Company. Allons taking the timeout to avoid the turnover as Rickman had a pretty good trap working there. As the Lady Bulldogs back out on the floor, Coach Harris a little extra time there with his team as they go back out on the floor with Johnson to throw in for Allons. Johnson to play the ball in right there at half court. As they go inbounds to Hughes. Hughes on the far side, one dribble, now needs help. To Garrett. Garrett then going to be called for a travel. Turnover by Allons. We'll give it right back to Rickman as they'll play the ball in over on the far side. As Knappenberger goes to Cravens. Her left side jumper banking no good. Garrett taps that rebound. Johnson will get to it, dribbling through a crowd. Johnson looking to drive, gets inside, driving layup no good. Hughes has the rebound knocked away, but right to Garrett. Garrett's pass stolen by Cravens. Cravens quickly in the front court. Garrett trying to draw the charge, and they'll call her for the block. Foul going to be called on Aubrey Garrett. She'll pick up her first, team's 9th, so a 1-and-1 here for Chloe Cravens, going to the free throw line here in the second quarter, looking for her first point of the night. Rickman's gotten to the line 5 times. They made 1 of 5 from the free throw line. The left-hander puts this one on the way and banks it home. Cravens with her first point. Kind of offset a little bit, a little to the right of the rim there at the free throw line. Second free throw by Cravens. This one's on the way. That's off the back of the iron, no good. Hughes will get to the rebound. Still a 1-point Allons lead, 7-6. Garrett to Johnson. Johnson right side Whited. 18-foot jumper on the baseline. Good. Ava Whited. Whited has her first 2 to extend the Allons lead to 3 at 9-6. Pass deflected, but gets to Cravens. Then Johnson knocks it away. Ball is loose. Johnson will dive after it. She'll try to save it to Garrett. Ball is loose. Dowell will control it. Cravens now to Knappenberger. Knappenberger back to Cravens on the left side. Down low, they get to Ford. Ford double teamed on the baseline. Now to Cravens. Up top, Knappenberger. Deep 3, rims out. Rebound tapped by Johnson, controlled by Hughes. Hughes now to Whited to bring it front court. Whited backs it back out to Garrett. Now to Johnson. Left baseline, Ledbetter with Dowell running at her. The jumper's no good, but Whited is there for the rebound. To Garrett. Garrett now to Johnson. Top of the key 3, banking no good. Rebound on the floor. Ford will get to it. Ford now to Knappenberger. To Cravens. Right baseline they go to Reams. Reams inside Cravens, cutting down low. The layup good by Chloe Cravens. Cravens has her first field goal. She's got all 3 of the Rickman points in the second quarter, and they cut the lead back to 1 at 9-8. Hughes now to Garrett on the far side. Garrett dribbles up top, playing for Bella Harris, who's on the bench with 3 fouls. Whited right baseline jumper, rolling good. Ava Whited. Whited has her 4th. Allons back in front by 3 at 11-8. Reams against pressure by Allons. Over the top of it to Cravens, and she walked with it. Yeah, took an extra step. Couldn't get the dribble going as it got caught on her shoulder that time, and Allens going to bring a new player in. Rather, Rickman going to bring a new player in. As it will be number 10, Audrey Clark checking in. She'll come in replacing Chloe Craven. Johnson to throw in against pressure to Garrett in the backcourt. Back to Johnson. Johnson tried to hit Hughes. Dowell with the steal all the way to the rim. Layup good. Chloe Dowell. Dowell gets the steal and the finish. Rickman back to within 1 at 11-10. Johnson in the front court. They look to double team to Hughes. Off her hands, taken away by Ford. Now Dowell, long lead pass to Knappenberger. Free throw line jumper, good by Addie Mae Knappenberger to put Rickman in front, 12-11. As they take their first lead of this second quarter. Inbounds goes to Garrett, right back to Johnson. Johnson now to Whited in the front court. Whited cut off on the baseline. Now low Hughes working on Ford, and they'll call the foul on Kate Ford. Ford will pick up her first, team's 3rd here in the first half, but this will put Mia Hughes on the free throw line to shoot 2. She's the only player for Allens to have gotten to the free throw line in this first half, as she is 1 of 2 from the line. Dribbling the basketball there. Free throw by Hughes is good. Hughes with her 4th point in the first half. Ties Whited and Harris to lead Allens. Addie Mae Knappenberger leads all scorers with 6. Second free throw by Hughes. That one's off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound taken away by Ford. Ford now to Knappenberger. Underneath they get the ball to Clark. Clark's jumper in the lane, good. Audrey Clark. Clark coming off the bench to score 2 quick points to put Rickman in front by 2, 14-12. Johnson in the front court for Allens. Johnson to Hughes, free throw line. Right side Garrett, her jumper in the air is no good. Johnson battles for the rebound, but Dowell comes up with it. Dowell now, her pass knocked away by Whited, went out of bounds off Whited. It's going to stay with Rickman as they'll play it in on the inline. As Chloe Dial stepping out to throw in. 3 Chloes on this Rickman team. The inbounds goes to Reams. Reams now across the timeline to Dial. Left side Clark. Back to Dial on the give and go. She'll kick it right side. Knappenberger able to save it from getting out of bounds. Garrett went for the steal, didn't get it. Reams will drive. Her right side jumper banking no good. But a foul going to be called on Carly Ledbetter, and she'll pick up her second. Team's 10th, so 2 shots for the next 2:09 of this first half for Rickman on every foul. As Reams goes to the line, shooting 2 here. Would have been a shooting foul anyway, but it is the double bonus. Free throw by Reams is good. Reams with her first point. Rickman's seen 6 different players score here in this first half, and they lead it now 15-12. Reams to shoot a second free throw. Dribbling the basketball there. Puts this one on the way and rattles and drops through. Reams with her first 2. She's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Johnson dribbles in the front court. Ball knocked away. Johnson got it back. Saves it to Ledbetter. Now to Whited. Whited lobs it right side to Hughes. Hughes works her way inside. Little wraparound pass to Johnson. Her layup's no good. Rebound Ford. Ford now to Dial wanting to run. Dial on the left baseline. Clark. Shot blocked away by Johnson, but blocked out of bounds by Johnson. Touch last by the Lady Hawks. It's going to stay with Rickman with 1:46 to play in the first half, with the Lady Bulldogs leading 16-12. Reams, free throw line Clark. Jumper from 16's good. Audrey Clark. Catch and release by Audrey Clark. She's got her 4th. Rickman's taking their biggest lead at 6. It's 18-12. Hughes with it in the backcourt. Going to be pushed and fouled by Clark. Clark will pick up her first. Still only team foul number 4 against Rickman, so they've got 2 to give before Allons will be in the bonus. Johnson to throw in. Plays it to Garrett. Garrett back to Johnson across the timeline. Johnson now to Garrett. Garrett at the half-court circle. Picks up the dribble. High post, they go to Hughes at the free throw line. Has it knocked away, and it goes out of bounds off the hands of Hughes. Touch last by Allons. Basketball going to go to Rickman. 1:22 to play in the first half. Reams to Clark in the front court. Clark backs it back out to Reams. Now to Dial. Dial looks to drive. Johnson able to tie her up, and the arrow is going to give it to Allons. Allons will play it in on the inline with Johnson stepping out to throw in. Rickman, 2-2-1 pressure, a little man-to-man full court pressure by the Lady Bulldogs. Inbounds to Hughes. Hughes now to Johnson to bring it front court. Johnson will work her way into the paint. Floater in the lane, no good. But a foul going to be called on Rickman, and Jaylee Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul going to go on Kate Ford. She'll pick up her second. Team's 5th. Jaylee Johnson to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws here with 1:07 to play in the first half. Johnson looking for her first point of the night. Free throws on the way. Banking no good. She'll have another opportunity. (18-12). The Rickman lead is 6. Johnson trying to cut into that. Second free throw. That one's no good. Rebound Whited. Whited. Her shot blocked away by Dial. Taken away by Ford. Hands off Dial. Dial falling out of bounds. Will save it to Reams. Reams now into the front court on the dribble. Left side Clark. Power dribble. Blocked away by Hughes. Mia Hughes recovering on the baseline to block the shot of Audrey Clark. And Rickman's going to get number 45. Snowy Halsell into the ball game for the first time. She'll come in replacing Chloe Dial. It'll be Reams stepping out to throw in for the Lady Bulldogs. Left corner Knappenberger. Jumper from 17's good. Addie Mae Knappenberger. She's got her 8th point to lead all scores. 8-point Rickman lead, 20-12. Ledbetter. Now to Johnson with 40 seconds. To Whited in the front court. Right baseline jumper, banking no good. Hughes with an offensive rebound. To Johnson, top of the key. Johnson out the half-court circle to Whited. Open from 18 feet. Jumper's no good. Johnson with the offensive rebound. Takes it back up, no good. Rebound Ford. Ford now has her pass taken away by Whited. Then they're going to tie it up, and the arrow is going to give it to Rickman. Rickman with possession with 22 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to take a double-digit lead if they can score on this possession. Knappenberger inbounds Reams. Reams back to Knappenberger. Across the timeline to Clark. Clark left side pull-up jumper is bouncing no good. Rebound Halsell. Halsell double team will back it back out to Knappenberger. Knappenberger up top Reams. Reams goes back on the baseline. Halsell, her jumper from 14, no good. Rebound Whited with 3 seconds. There's a steal by Halsell, right back to the rim. Layup good at the buzzer. Snowy Halsell will score at the buzzer to move Rickman out by double digits. Are they waving it off? Oh, they're not counting that. Yeah, they did count that. They did score the bucket, or at least I think they did. One official was saying no, the other saying yes. They've got 22-12 on the board, so it does count. So at halftime, it is Rickman 22, Allons 12. We'll take this break. We'll come back and check the scoring in just a moment. Halftime here with Rickman leading Allons by a score of 22-12. Let's check the scoring in the first half. First of all, for Allons, they've got 3 players with 4 points each. 4 points in the first half for Ava Whited. 4 at halftime for Mia Hughes. She was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 4 points at halftime for Bella Harris to give them their total of 12. Allons got to the free throw line 6 times. They made 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Fouls for Allons. Bella Harris has 3, 2 on Carly Ledbetter, 2 on Mia Hughes, 1 apiece on Jaylee Johnson, Ava Whited, and Aubrey Garrett. For Rickman, they're being led by Addie Mae Knappenberger. 8 points in the first half for Knappenberger to lead all scorers. 4 points at halftime for Audrey Clark. 3 in the first half for Chloe Cravens. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 at halftime for Snowy Hossel. 2 at halftime for Chloe Dial. And 1 in the first half for Kate Ford, as she was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Chloe Hammock got to the line twice, went 0 of 2 from the line. And as a team, Rickman is 4 of 9 from the free throw line. Neither team has made a 3-point field goal. I didn't mention Jaylee Johnson got to the line twice, went 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Fouls for Rickman. Chloe Hammock has 2. Kate Ford has 2. 1 on Audrey Clark. Allons called for more than 10 in the first half. Rickman called for 5 fouls in the first half. Arrow belongs to Allons. Bella Harris back out there with the 3 fouls for the Lady Hawks. She's joined by Hughes, Ledbetter, Whited, and Johnson. Rickman's got Hammock, Ford, Cravens, Knappenberger, and Reams to start the second half, as Johnson to play the ball into Hughes. Right back to Johnson, stepping in bounds. Left side they go to Harris. Harris dribbling near the half-court stripe in the corner. Whited. Down low, tried to hit Hughes. Ball knocked away by Hammock, stolen away by Knappenberger. Knappenberger to Hammock on the right side. 17-foot jumper, bouncing no good. Johnson with the rebound for Allons. Johnson now to Harris to bring it front court. Harris across the timeline there at the half-court circle to Johnson. Down low, Hughes posting up. Hughes going to be called for the travel. Good defensive position there by Kate Ford, just holding her ground, not giving up that lane, and the turnover will give it right back to Rickman. Reams now to bring it front court, getting the play call from head coach Misty Garrett over here on the near side. That pass stolen away by Harris, but then Hammock going to reach in and tie her up, and the arrow will keep it with Rickman. Reams to throw in. Right side on the baseline. Free throw line, they go to Hammock. Her jumper there is long, no good. Rebound Johnson for Allons to Hughes running the floor. Hughes looking to drive. Hughes gets a little separation, lays it up and in. Mia Hughes, 2 in the quarter. She's got 6 in the game. Back to an 8-point game, 22-14. Reams right side to Hammock. Hammock dribbling with the left hand, works it back right side to Cravens. Cravens will swing it left wing. Reams against the 2-3 zone by Allons. Reams between the circles. Those try to go inside to Ford, knocked away and stolen. Then Johnson dribbles it off the referee, recovers it, saves it to Hughes. Hughes now to Harris. Harris spins back to the left hand. Harris trying to work her way up top. Hammock makes her pick up the dribble now to Johnson. Inside Hughes. Hughes jumper in front, rolling good. Mia Hughes. Hughes made a good catch against Ford. Ford got a hand on it, almost knocked it free, but Hughes stuck with it, puts it in to score her 8th point to tie Knappenberger to lead all scorers, and there's a double dribble on Chloe Hammock. 4 straight by Allons to start this second half has cut the lead from 10 down to 6. With 4:20 to play in the third, they've got a chance to get closer on this trip. Inbounds goes to Harris. Harris now will bring it front court to Johnson on the left side. In the corner, Whited. Whited long, 2 is good. 2 by Ava Whited. A toe on the line. She's got her 6th, and Rickman wants to talk about it. Timeout called by the Lady Bulldogs. They'll take a full with 4:02 to play in the third quarter. And the Allons Hawks on a 6-0 run to start this third quarter have cut the lead down to 4 at 22-18. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, W&O Construction, Cornicello's Italian Restaurant, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, the Raines family, and Highway Tire. Allons scoring 6 in a row to start this third quarter. to cut the lead down to 22-12. Hossel gained a steal and a layup at the buzzer to end the first half to extend the lead to double digits at 10. But Allons has come back and responded here in this second half and have cut the lead to 4. Hammock now to play the ball in. Goes inbounds to Knappenberger. Knappenberger, pass taken away. Harris with the steal. Harris ahead of the field. She'll drive. Right side layup, no good. Hughes running the floor with the offensive rebound. Back up, they'll wave it off. Goes Derek Harris, doesn't like that one. I think he's got an argument. But Knappenberger will be called for her first. Team's first here in the second half. Hughes wanted the chance at the three-point play. Team foul number 1, though, so Allons will throw it in. Johnson, lob to Hughes. Back to Johnson, stepping inbound. Step back 3 is bouncing, no good. Hammock with the rebound for Rickman. Now to Reams. Reams in the front court on the right side to Hammock. Hammock 3-ball on the right side, banking, no good. Rebound Whited. Whited now to Hughes. Hughes will drop it off to Harris to bring it front court on the dribble. Harris at the half-court circle. Left side, Johnson. Whited goes back to Johnson at the elbow. Now to Harris. Harris tried to hit Ledbetter. Cravens will step in and make the steal. Cravens now long pass. Reams will save it to Hammock. Right back to Reams. Then almost thrown away, but Hammock will chase it down. Hammock now to Knappenberger. Knappenberger inside Ford. Ford trying to go back out to Hammock. Can she get to it? She will. Ford in the post. Now to Hammock. Hammock on the baseline. Will dribble it back out. Hammock now to Knappenberger. To Reams at the half-court circle. We're halfway through the third quarter. Rickman leading 22-18. Cravens now to Reams. Reams walked with the basketball. Yep, she changed pivot feet. Turnover by Rickman will give it right back to Allons. Johnson to throw in. Allons has outscored Rickman 6-0 to start this third quarter. Harris against pressure now by Allons. Over the top of it, they throw it away. Allons trying to hit Ledbetter, Harris trying to hit Ledbetter, sailed that one over her head and out of bounds. And the turnover will give it right back to Rickman. Reams brings it front court on the dribble. 2.5 to play, third quarter. And the 22-18 score. Reams works it right side to Hammock. Hammock against this 2-3 zone by Allons. Goes left side, Reams. Reams dribbling up top. Right side to Knappenberger. Knappenberger lob down low off the hands of Ford and out of bounds. Touch last by Rickman. It'll go back to Allons. Before they do, though, Ledbetter going to sit down. Aubrey Garrett will come in replacing her. Johnson to throw in. Can't find anyone. Finally, Hughes at the half-court line to Garrett breaking front court. Garrett going to drive, gets to the baseline. Jumper's no good. Rebound coming out of there with it's going to be Cravens. Cravens going to drive. Left-hand layup no good. Whited with the rebound. Whited now to Harris. Harris to Garrett ahead of the field. Garrett will drive. Taken away by Hammock. Hammock's outlet will be saved by Knappenberger, but saves it to Harris. Then Knappenberger took it away. They'll dive on the floor as Garrett diving in there to tie up Knappenberger. And the arrow is going to give it to Allons. Chloe Dial checking in. She'll come in replacing Chloe Cravens. Johnson to throw in right in front of the scorer's table. Plays it into Hughes. Hughes on the right wing in three-point range to Harris. Harris at the half-court circle. Harris works it left side, Johnson. In the corner, Whited. Down low, Hughes. Hughes made a good catch. Jumper in the lane, good. Mia Hughes. Hughes into double figures. She's got 10, 6 here in this third quarter. It's a 2-point game, 22-20. Hammock on the right side. 1.5 minutes to play in the third. To Reams. Reams against this 2-3 zone. They'll hand off Knappenberger. Pass deflected by Garrett. It's out of bounds off of who? The official looking at it. He hasn't made a signal. It's going to stay with Rickman. Dial stepping out to throw in. As she'll play the ball in right beside of Coach Misty Garrett. Pass taken away by Whited. Whited wanting to run. She's held and fouled by Knappenberger. Knappenberger will pick up her second. Team second here in the second half. So a throw-in coming for Allons with 1:15 to play in the third. They've got a chance to tie it with the 2 or take the lead with the 3. Johnson lob to Hughes. Hughes to Whited. Whited will be called for the walk. Little high dribble that time. will cause the turnover, and we'll give it right back to Rickman with 1:11 to play in the third quarter. Hammock goes inbounds to Reams. Reams now will bring the ball across the timeline. Reams, left side they go to Knappenberger. Knappenberger tried to go back to Reams and threw it away. Turnover by Rickman. We'll give it right back to Allons as Rickman's going to get Snowy Halsell back into the ball game. She'll come in replacing Kate Ford. Johnson to throw in for Allons. Johnson can't find anyone. Finally just going to lob it to Hughes. Hughes a pretty good outlet on the inbounds on each play. Hughes little dribble drive. And as she goes, she dribbles on the inline. Turnover by Allons. We'll give it right back to Rickman as we're under a minute to play in the third quarter. Reams to walk at front court. Reams across the timeline to Hammock on the right side. In the corner, Halsell. Halsell back to Reams. The elbow to Knappenberger. Back to Reams. Reams backs it back out with 40 seconds to play in the third. In the lane, Dial. She has it taken away. Garrett with the steal. Garrett looking to drive. She's double teamed, and what have we got? They're going to call an offensive foul on Aubrey Garrett. Garrett going to be called for the push. She'll pick up her second. Team's first here in the second half. That one coming with 30 seconds to play. Rickman will bring it in front court. Halsell in the right corner in the third quarter. Now to Dial. Knappenberger, left side jumper from 10's no good. Hughes with the rebound. Hughes now will bring it front court with 15 seconds. Plenty of time. And a timeout going to be called by Allons. They'll take a 30 to set this up. We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, and First Church of Livingston. Allons having a great quarter. They've outscored Rickman 8-0 in this third quarter to cut the lead down to 2, and they've got a chance to get even closer here in a 22-20 game, as it will be the Lady Hawks to play it in. With 15 seconds to play in the third quarter, again, they can tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3, as they have held Rickman scoreless in this third. And are trying to erase a 10-point deficit. Johnson to play the ball in for the Lady Hawks. Derek Harris using his second timeout, so he's got 3 remaining. Johnson plays it into Hughes, right back to Johnson. Johnson dribbling up top to Harris. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Harris picks up the dribble, needs help, finds Garrett. Garrett will go to Harris. Ball knocked away by Hammock. Harris gets to it. Now to Johnson. 3 ball at the buzzers. Banking no good, and we're through 3. After 3 complete, it is Rickman 22, Allons 20. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
(22-20), the 2-point Rickman lead. It was Allons in front 7-5 at the end of the first quarter. Rickman outscored them 17-5 in the second quarter to take a 10-point lead in the locker room, 22-12. But Allons outscored Rickman 8-0 in the third quarter to cut that 10-point lead down to 2. And that's where we're at now at 22-20. Here as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here at Allons Elementary. Again, a long timeout. I'm not sure why it is taking so long during the timeouts. I guess the coaches like it. Allons got Johnson, Whited, Hughes, Harris, and Ledbetter back on the floor. No, it's Garrett out there instead of Ledbetter, 12 instead of 22. It's Hammock, Knappenberger, Reams, Dial, and Halsell for Rickman. Hammock goes inbounds to Halsell on the right side. Hands off to Hammock. Hammock up top now to Reams. Reams at the half-court circle, right side to Halsell. One dribble with the left hand, now to Knappenberger. Allen's been very patient in this 2-3 zone. Halsell right side jumper for two is good. Snowy Halsell with a big bucket for Rickman. They needed that as they extend the lead back to 4. Hughes driving right side layup, no good. Whited will tap the rebound to Hughes, tries to power it back up, and will draw a foul from Rickman. Mia will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul going to go on the Lady Bulldogs. It'll go on number 45, Snowy Halsell. She'll pick up her first, team's third here in the second half. So, well, they say it's on the floor. So no free throws here. Inbounds goes to Harris. Down low, Hughes posting up. Hughes right side Whited. Long two in the air is bouncing, no good. Johnson with the offensive board, but they'll say she's on the back of Hammock to pick up her second foul. Johnson picks up number 2 with 5:23 to play in the fourth. Team foul number 2 on Allons here in the second half. Halsell in the front court to Knappenberger. Back to Halsell. Halsell has it knocked away. Ball is loose. Johnson will save it to Whited. Then her pass knocked away, but there to get to it's going to be Garrett. Garrett will bring, no, that's Harris. Bella Harris now to Hughes at the free throw line. Hughes right side Garrett. Jumper banking, no good. Johnson taps the rebound. Hammock will try to save it, but she's on the inline. When she does, it will go to Allons. 24-20 as Johnson will play the ball in. Johnson lob in the lane to Hughes at the free throw line. One dribble, jumper in the paint, no good. Rebound taken away by Dial, and then a reach going to be called on Allons. It's going to go on Jaylee Johnson. She'll pick up her third. Team's third here in the second half. So Rickman will play the ball in to Reams. Reams across the timeline. Works it left side to Hammock. Hammock up top, Knappenberger. Top of the key three is short, no good. Hughes with the rebound, able to take it away from Halsell. The outlet now to Garrett on the right side. Garrett back to Hughes. Right side three is bouncing, no good. Rebound Whited back up, no good, but Halsell fouled her. 2 shots here for Ava Whited. Foul going to go on Snowy Halsell. She'll pick up her second. Team's fourth here in the second half. Ava Whited to the free throw line for the first time to shoot 2 here. She's got 6 points in the game for Allons. Mia Hughes leads all scorers with 10. Free throw by Whited is good. Back to a one-possession game with that made free throw as Kate Ford going to come back in. She'll replace Snowy Halsell. Allons, I thought they had a sub, but Garrett just coming over to talk to Coach Harris here for a moment. Second free throw from Whited. That one's good again. Whited makes them both. Allons now as a team is 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Whited's 2 for 2. And it's a 2-point game, 24-22, as we approach 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Knappenberger to Hammock on the right side. Hammock steps around the screen. Right baseline jumper's no good. Johnson with the rebound for Allons. Johnson now to Hughes. Hughes in the front court to Whited. Back to Hughes. Hughes now to Harris. Right wing Johnson to Garrett. Garrett down low Hughes. Hughes to Johnson, came in the paint. Jumper in front, rolling good. And she will have the and one. Jaylee Johnson drawing the foul. She's got a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Foul going to go on Allie Reams, picking up her first. Team's fifth here in the second half, and Allons has a chance to take their first lead of the second half with Johnson at the free throw line. Johnson puts it on the way and banks it home. Don't know if she called it or not, but Jaylee Johnson with a big-time old-fashioned three to put Allons in front, 25-24 on her first points of the night. Dial in the front court answers. Chloe Dial's jumper in the paint is good. She's got 4. Rickman back in front by 1, 26-25. Hughes now to Johnson. Johnson double-teamed over the top of it to Garrett. Garrett now to Harris. Right side three ball. Bouncing no good. Johnson with the offensive board back up no good. It's going to be tapped and it's going to be out of bounds off Rickman. They let that one go. I think it may have went off Allons. But Rickman trying to save it. And Johnson will get possession. Johnson, lob in the lane, knocked away by Dial. And then a travel going to be called on Ford, falling to the floor. Coach Garrett thought she was assisted to the floor. The official says no. Johnson to play the ball in. Right side Harris. Harris to Garrett. Garrett back to Harris. In the corner, Johnson. Jaylee spotted for three. Got it. Jaylee Johnson knocks down the big triple. She's got 6. The Hawks lead is 2, 28-26. And a timeout taken by Rickman. They'll take a full with 3:17 to play in the fourth. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors making tonight's broadcast possible. W&O Construction Company, Cornicello's Italian Restaurant, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, the Raines family, and Highway Tire. Jaylee Johnson scoring her only points in this fourth quarter, and 6 big points for Johnson. An old-fashioned three-point play, getting fouled and scoring the layup. Then the three-pointer, the first three-pointer of the game by either team, giving Allons the 2-point lead, 28-26 here in the fourth quarter, as Rickman taking that timeout. And it will be the Lady Bulldogs to play the ball in as they still are huddled around Coach Misty Garrett. As Chloe Hammock stepping out to throw in, right side front court. Hammock to play it in for Rickman. Goes to Reams. Reams has it knocked away by Garrett. The foul going to be called on Aubrey Garrett. She'll pick up her third, team's fourth here in the second half. Allons has got 3 players with 3. Rickman has nobody with 3. There's a steal by Harris, then she lost it. Harris trying to take it up court. Never got complete control, and the basketball will go back to Rickman as it goes out of bounds off the hands of Harris. Hammock to throw in again. Hammock plays it to Reams in the backcourt. Reams across the timeline. Free throw line, Dial. Little jump hook on the right side's good. Chloe Dial. Tough shot there. Dial has 4 in the quarter, 6 in the game. We're tied up at 28 halfway through the fourth quarter. Hughes to Garrett. Right side 2 ball is rimming, no good. Rebound Hammock. Hammock with the outlet to Knappenberger. Knappenberger in the front court to Reams. Reams way out in three-point range to Hammock. Hammock left side now to Knappenberger. She'll drive. Back out to Hammock. Right side Reams. Reams with the left-hand dribble to Knappenberger. 3 ball in the air. That one's no good. Forward with the offensive rebound to Dial. Her jumper on the left side bouncing, no good. Rebound fought for inside as Whited will pull it away to Johnson. Johnson now to Hughes to bring it front court. Hughes now will go across the timeline to Harris. Harris at the half-court stripe to set the offense. Harris dribbles it near the half-court line. Harris going to drive, gets in the lane. Jumper's banking, no good. Rickman got a piece of it. Ball is loose in the lane, and what have we got? A foul going to be called on Allons. It'll go on Ava Whited, and she'll pick up her second. Team's 5th here in the second half. So 1 to give before Rickman will be at the free throw line. Reams to bring it front court. Reams there at the half court line. Works it right side now to Knappenberger. Her 3 in the air is no good. Hammock though with an offensive rebound. A new chance for Rickman. Reams now. We're under 2 minutes to play in a 28-28 tie here on the Mountain and Allons. Down low, Ford made a good catch to Dial. Dial to Hammock open, and she's fouled by Johnson. Jaylee Johnson has picked up her 4th. She picks up number 4 with 1:42 to play in the fourth quarter. And this will put Chloe Hammock on the free throw line, trying to move Rickman in front again here in this fourth quarter. Hammock dribbling the basketball there. Free throws on the way, and no good. Another chance to take the lead for the Lady Bulldogs, though, as Chloe Hammock will step back up there. Hammock takes the basketball from the ref, dribbling there at the free throw line. Puts this one on the way, no good. Rebound Johnson. Johnson now to Hughes. Hughes to Harris. Harris to Garrett in the front court. Garrett now tried to hit Johnson but threw it away. Too low for Johnson to get to. And the turnover by Allons will give it right back to Rickman. 1:35 to play in the fourth quarter. Inbounds goes to Reams. Garrett picking her up full court. Reams across the timeline. Left side they go to Hammock. In the lane, Dial. Dial shot blocked away by Hughes. Goes right to Hammock. The jumper's good. Chloe Hammock got the deflection, able to score the bucket, her first two of the night. Garrett in the front court has it taken away, but before it was, a timeout going to be called. Timeout called by Allons. They got it before the turnover. And a 30-second, no, it's a full timeout taken here. We'll take it with them. 1:09 to play in the fourth. It's Rickman 30, Allons 28.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Rickman in front with 1:09 to play in the fourth quarter. Foul trouble continuing to grow for Allons. Jaylee Johnson now with 4. Aubrey Garrett with 3. Bella Harris with 3. Rickman's got Chloe Hammock, Kate Ford, and Addie Mae Knappenberger, and Snowy Hossel, each with 2. Allons has also got Mia Hughes and Carly Ledbetter with 2. So, looking at the free throw situation, Allons has been called for 6 fouls in the second half, so Rickman's in the bonus. They don't have him in the bonus. It must only be 5. 5 on Rickman, so they've got 1 to give before Allons will go to the free throw line, which Elliott Poston coming over to check on it. I've got Allons with 6, but the table does not. It'll be Allons to throw in, trailing by 2 with 1:09 to play in the fourth. Johnson goes inbounds to Hughes. Hughes will dribble in the corner. They double team. Hughes now needs help. Ball knocked away, and a foul going to be called. Foul on Rickman. We'll wait and see. It'll go on Kate Ford, and Ford will pick up her 3rd. Team foul number 6. So Allons down the bonus with 1:02 to play in the fourth. Inbounds goes to Harris. Harris picks up the dribble. Needs help, and a timeout going to be taken by Allons. They'll call it with 57 seconds to play in the fourth. We'll take this opportunity to ask you to go to our YouTube page if you're enjoying seeing our coverage of live events here on Overton Events. Go to our YouTube page, subscribe to our page. Costs nothing to subscribe and just helps us grow our channel, helps us bring you more live events like tonight's action. A great game here between these two elementary school basketball teams. Boys game should be just as good as a couple of boys teams that are unbeaten in the county. So that is for first place in county play, and the boys matchup coming up next. Wilson also unbeaten in Overton County play, as it will be Johnson stepping out to throw in with 57 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. 2-point Rickman lead. Inbounds goes to Harris. Harris dribbling between the circles. Now to Johnson on the right side. Johnson dribbles away from Hammock. Right baseline jumper, no good. Whited with the offensive rebound for Allons, and she dribbled on the end line. Allons turns it over. Basketball will go to Rickman. Garrett, little token pressure here. Now Allons going to pick up full court. Inbounds goes to Reams. Reams against the 1-2-1-1. Stolen by Hughes. Hughes to the rim. Going to be fouled by Hammock. Chloe Hammock will pick up her 3rd. Mia Hughes will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with a chance to tie this up again at the free throw line with 38 seconds to play in the fourth. Hughes stepping up there for the Lady Hawks. Puts this one on the way. Rims out. She'll have a second opportunity. Try to cut it to 1 here. 30-28. Rickman in front here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw from Hughes. This one's on the way. This one is good. So Hughes makes 1 out of 2. The Rickman lead is 1, 30-29. Hammock now to Dial. Dial to Knappenberger. Threw it away. Tried to hit Hammock. Threw it behind her. Turnover by Rickman. Will give it back to Allons. Trailing by 1. Johnson to throw in for the Lady Hawks. Pressure by Rickman. Inbounds goes to Whited. Around the Garrett screen. Whited will bring it front court. Whited to Garrett. Garrett back to Harris now. 20 seconds to play in the fourth. Harris tried to hit Johnson, ball knocked away. Johnson got to it. Johnson dribbles around the Harris screen to Whited. Left elbow jumper is no good. Timeout taken by Allons before the shot. So Allons will play it in with 13 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. That's their last timeout. They have none remaining. 1 point Rickman lead, 30-29. Try to move into sole possession of second place in the county. Rickman has 2 timeouts remaining. Hillham unbeaten in the county at 3-0 on the girls' side. Allons and Rickman each at 1-1. Livingston and Wilson winless in Overton County play in this 2022 season, 2022-2023. No timeouts for Rickman, so Allons can overplay here and try to force a turnover with the 5-second call. Allons wanting to know where the basketball is going to be thrown in to set up their inbounds play. Will be thrown in on the baseline on the left side. .4 to play in the fourth quarter. Still a lot of time. 1 point Rickman lead, 30-29. They led by 10 at halftime. Allons came all the way back to take a 3-point lead in the second half, but Rickman answered and they lead it by 1, 30-29. But Allons with a chance to win it here at home with a throw in with 13.4 to play in the fourth quarter. Johnson to throw in for the Lady Hawks, and Rickman wants a timeout. They'll take a 30 here as they wanted to see the alignment that Allons was in, so they have only 1 timeout remaining. Does Rickman. That could be big if they can get a stop with little time going off the clock. Allons, you want to give yourself a chance to rebound if you miss here, so you want to shoot this with about 4 or 5 seconds with a chance at a putback so that you've got 2 opportunities if you can. 30-second timeout taken by Rickman. They've got 1 full remaining. For a packed house here in Allons. Hope you're enjoying our coverage here on Overton Events. We've had some good elementary school games this season. This one living up to its billing, as we knew it would be a big matchup between these 2 teams here tonight on the girls' side and on the boys' side. Johnson stepping out to throw in now for the Hawks. Goes inbounds. Harris on the left side. Harris up top. Whited. Whited jumper for 2 is good. Ava Whited. Whited knocks down the elbow jumper with 6.6 to play in the fourth quarter. And Allons moves in front by 1, 31-30. They double team Hughes in the post. Harris found Whited open at the right elbow, and she knocks down that 2-point jumper to move the Lady Hawks in front by 1, 31-30. Rickman's got to go the length of the floor. Still a lot of time. 6.6 to play here in the fourth quarter. But Allons in front by 1, 31-30. Rickman can run the baseline. In this second half, Allons has outscored them 19-8 in the second half to take a 1-point lead, 31-30. 6.6 to play in the fourth quarter. Last timeout by Rickman. Nobody has any timeouts remaining, so it's up to the players now on this throw in by the Lady Bulldogs. Can they answer? The bucket by Ava Whited. With that bucket, Whited, the second player for Allons to go into double figures. She's got 10, 4 of those coming in the fourth quarter. Mia Hughes leads all scorers with 11. Rickman being led by Addie Mae Knappenberger with 8. Allons, looks like they're not going to guard them. They better get out there. Not going to pick them up full court. They'll let Garrett do so. Inbounds goes to Reams. Reams now to Dow. Dow goes to Hammock. Hammock going to be blocked by Johnson. Jaley will hold it, and Allons will win it. The block by Jaley Johnson. Allons wins it 31-30 with a big win for the Lady Hawks to move to 5-3 overall. They go to 2-1 in the county. Rickman with the loss goes to 4-3 overall. They go to 1-2 in county play. Let's give you the scoring for Allons as they were led tonight by Mia Hughes. 11 points for Hughes to lead all scorers. Ava Whited in double figures with 10. She hit the game winner with 6.6 to play in the fourth quarter. 6 points in the game for Jaylee Johnson, including the game's only 3-point field goal. 4 points in the game for Bella Harris to give them their total of 31. In the fourth quarter, Allons made 4 of 5 from the free throw line. They made 6 of 11 from the line in the game. They made the 1 3-point field goal by Jaylee Johnson. For Rickman, they were led by Addie Mae Knappenberger. 8 points in the game for Knappenberger to lead the Lady Hawks. 6 points scored tonight by Chloe Dial. 4 in the game for Audrey Clark. 3 points scored tonight by Chloe Cravens. 2 in the game for Chloe Hammock. 2 scored tonight by Allie Reams. 4 in the game for Snowy Hossel. 1 in the game for Kate Ford. As a team, Rickman made 4 of 11 from the free throw line. They did not make a 3-point field goal on the night, and Allons wins it by a final score of 31-30. We'll take a break. We'll get set up for the boys' game when we return to Allons in just a moment. Move now to the boys matchup. The girls matchup, a classic here in Allons, as the Allons girls come from behind to win it by a final score of 31-30 over Rickman. Ava Whited hitting what would be the game-winning bucket at 6.6 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, as Allons wins it 31-30 after trailing by 10 at halftime. They come from behind to get the win over the Rickman Lady Bulldogs and move into second place alone in Overton County at 2-1. Now we move to the boys matchup. Rickman at 4-2 overall. They are 2-0 in county play. They are coached by Wade Eldridge, but Wade not here tonight. He's a little under the weather, so Coach Eldridge not here. David Ledbetter, the assistant coach, will be acting as the head coach tonight. He's assisted by Buddy Sales and Andy Melton. And Rickman will start number 0, Green Puckett. Number 15, J.P. Miller. Number 21, Clayton Hill. Number 22, Jathan Smith. And number 55, Blake Melton, the starting 5 for the Bulldogs of Rickman High School. Now, Allons, they are 8-2 overall. They are 2-0 in Overton County play. They will start number 1, Carter Harris. Number 10, Mark Ogletree. Number 13, Parker Beachboard. Number 15, Lucas Simmons. And number 20, Jagger Hammock, the starting 5 for the Hawks of Allons High School. Again, it's Carter Harris, Mark Ogletree, Parker Beachboard, Lucas Simmons, and Jagger Hammock. For Allons, for Rickman, it's Green Puckett, J.P. Miller, Clayton Hill, Jathan Smith, and Blake Melton. Now, Rickman without a couple of starters. Brody Miller is a little under the weather as well tonight, so he's not here for the Bulldogs. Sawyer McBride, a knee injury. He is out for Rickman. Green Puckett stepping in to jump for the Bulldogs. Lucas Simmons will jump for the Hawks as Rickman moving to our right, Allons moving to our left. Happy to have you with us here tonight on Overton Events as the official will step in. Ball in the air. Tap going to be controlled by Rickman. Melton with it to Puckett. Now to Hill to bring it front court. Hill, right side. Ogletree knocks it away and out of bounds. They tried to get it to Smith, but Ogletree deflects it. Touch last by Allons. It will stay with Rickman with Clayton Hill stepping out to throw in. Plays it in to Melton on the right wing. Melton up top, Smith. Smith, one dribble, picks up the dribble and walks with the basketball. Yeah, he changed the pivot foot on that one, and the turnover by Rickman will give Allons their first possession of the night as the inbounds will go to Hammock. Hammock in the front court to Simmons. Simmons back to Hammock. Hammock picks up the dribble. Now we'll go free throw line, Beachboard. His jumper there is no good. Simmons will tap the rebound out to Hammock. Hammock now to Harris. Harris right side, Beachboard. Now to Hammock to set the offense. Against this man-to-man by Rickman. Now they're 1-2-2. Ogletree with the backdoor pass to Beachboard. His jumper is no good. Rebound Puckett. Puckett now to Hill. Hill to bring it front court for the Bulldogs. Half court 2-2-1 trap by Allons. Melton will drive against it to Smith. Left side three ball bouncing no good. Rebound taken away by Hammock. Hammock looking to lead the break. Dribbled it off his foot. Able to save it to Ogletree. Right back to Hammock. Hammock now to Simmons. Simmons right side Beachboard. Open look at a three. That one's long, no good. Simmons with the offensive board. To Hammock. Right elbow pull up. Jump shots no good. Puckett had the rebound knocked away by Ogletree, and it goes out of bounds off Puckett. It will go to Allons as they'll play it in. Rather to Rickman. Rickman to play it in. Smith in the backcourt across the timeline now to Miller. J.P. Miller trying to go to Puckett. Beachboard will save it, but saves it to Hill. His NBA three on the far side, no good. Ogletree with the rebound. Now to Simmons. Simmons to Hammock to bring it front court. Hammock across the timeline, working there against the 1-2-2 and the double dribble. Going to be called on Allons. Turnover by the Hawks. We'll give it right back to Rickman, still looking for their first point, for our first points in the game. Neither team has scored. 4:26 to play first quarter. As Smith will play the ball into Hill. Allen still in that half-court trap. Hill picks up the dribble. Dangerous pass. Simmons knocked it away, but they'll call him for number one. Lucas Simmons with the first foul of the game. He's got it with 4:19 to play in the first quarter. Hill to throw in. Long pass gets to Puckett on the far side. Puckett will drive. Works his way in the paint. Little floater with the right hand. Bouncing no good. Puckett taps the rebound, but Beachboard will get to it. Outlet to Hammock right in the floor. Reverse layup. Good. Jagger Hammock. Hammock reverses it out from underneath the rim to score the first two of the night. Allen's in front 2-0. Hill going to draw Simmons second. Lucas Simmons picks up number 2 with 4:01 to play in the first quarter. 1:59 is what it takes for Simmons to pick up 2, and that will quickly get Mason Bowles off the bench coming in to replace Lucas Simmons. Hill to throw in. Pass gets to Melton. Melton, dangerous pass, stolen by Hammock. Hammock now to Beachboard. Beachboard back to Hammock. Hammock trying to go to Bowles. He's able to save it. Now to Harris, back to Hammock. Hammock controlling the basketball now to Harris, back to Hammock. Hammock to Beachboard on the right side. On the baseline, they go to Harris, dribbling around the screen. Left-hand floater in the lane, no good. Puckett with the rebound. Ogletree knocked it away, and they'll call him for the travel. No, they'll call the jump ball. Jump ball going to be called with 3:34 to play in the first quarter, and Allons will play it in to Harris on the left side. Harris will drive, gets underneath. Left-hand jumper, no good. What have we got? Block going to be called on Jathan Smith. Smith will pick up his first foul against Rickman in the ball game, coming with 3:30 to play in the first quarter, and it will send Carter Harris to the free throw line to shoot 2. Looking to extend the 2-0 lead. Left-hander puts this one on the way, no good. He'll have a second opportunity. Stepping back up there for the Hawks. Dribbling the basketball there. Puts this one on the way. It's no good. Rebound taken away by Bowles, though. An offensive rebound on the free throw. Beachboard. Up top now to Hammock. Hammock back to Beachboard. 3-ball. Did they get a piece of it? I think that Melton may have, but Beachboard tracks down that missed shot with the offensive board again. Harris dribbling through traffic. Has it knocked away. Saves it out to Hammock. Now to Ogletree. Back to Hammock. Down low they go to Bowles. Bowles layup on the right side. Good. Mason Bowles. Bowles has his first 2. Melton's going to be pushed and fouled by Carter Harris. Harris will pick up his first, team's third here in the first half of play. So Rickman plays the ball into Hill. Hill now picks up the dribble to Smith on the far side. Smith dribbling with the left hand. They'll call the travel. Said he shuffled the feet. Turnover by Rickman. Gives it right back to Allons. Hawks to play it in the backcourt with Beachboard going inbounds to Hammock. Hammock now will bring it across the timeline, working there at the half-court circle. Left side Beachboard. High post, they go to Ogletree. His driving jumper's no good. Rebound taken away by Harris. Puckett tries to tie him up. Harris pulls it away. Ogletree with another offensive board. Now to Beachboard. Beachboard around the Ogletree screen on the baseline to Bowles. His jumper good. Mason Bowles. Bowles didn't shoot it exactly the way he wanted to, but it counts the same way, and we've got a foul in the backcourt. It's going to go on Jagger Hammock. Hammock will pick up his 4th. Already team foul number 4 against Allons here in the first half. They call it with 2:26 to play in the first quarter, with Allons leading 6-0. We'll take this moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, and First Church of Livingston. So Allons off to a quick start. A couple of buckets by Mason Bowles coming off the bench for the Hawks to help them to this 6-0 lead as he came in to replace Lucas Simmons, who picked up a couple of fouls in under 2 minutes. And now the timeout taken by Rickman is their first, as it will be the Bulldogs to play in right in front of the scorer's table. Blake Melton stepping out to throw in. Rickman dressed in the all-purple, the gold numbers, the gold trim. Ogletree knocks it away, but it's recovered by J.P. Miller. Then that's going to be taken away by Beachboard. Beachboard in the front court to Hammock. He'll drive all the way to the rim. Layup good, and he is fouled. Jagger Hammock has a chance at a three-point play. Foul going to go on Jathan Smith. He'll pick up his second, team second here in the second half, and Hammock has a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Jagger stepping to the free throw line with 2:17 to play in the first quarter. Our first free throw of the night for either team. No, Allons is 0 of 2 from the free throw line. This one's on the way. This one's good. Hammock with his first free throw knocks it down, completes the old-fashioned 3, and Allons jumps in front 9-0. Melton in the backcourt. Long pass over the head of a new player in there for the Bulldogs. That's Heath Matthews that has checked in. He's come in replacing Jathan Smith. Inbounds goes to Hammock. Hammock now in the front court to Bowles. Back to Hammock. Hammock going to drive. His jumper is no good. They'll wave it off. Foul on the floor against Rickman is going to go against that new player, Heath Matthews. He'll pick up his first, team's third here in the first half. So a throw in here for Mark Ogletree. Ogletree plays it right side to Bowles. Down low they go to Harris. Harris going to be tied up by Melton. Melton reaching in to tie up Carter Harris. And the arrow going to give it to Rickman. Bulldogs still looking for their first points of the night as Melton goes inbounds. Pass taken away. Beachboard with the steal. Right to the rim. Layup good. Parker Beachboard. Beachboard with the steal and the finish. Allons leads it 11-0. Long pass to J.P. Miller in the lane, and they're going to call a foul inside on the floor. It's going to go on number 10. That is Mark Ogletree picking up his first. Team's fifth here in the first half, so they've got one to give before Rickman goes in the bonus. Melton to throw in, right side on the baseline. Plays it in to Matthews, to Puckett K in the lane. Double teamed inside, and a foul going to be called. This one goes on Carter Harris. He'll pick up his second, team sixth. So for the next 141, Rickman's going to be in the bonus. Melton to throw in, right side on the baseline. Pass knocked away by Beachboard. Saved by Hammock. Beachboard able to take it away from Melton. That's athleticism right there. Beachboard will drive with the left hand. Layup good. Parker Beachboard. Oh, baby. Beachboard with his fourth as the inbounds goes to Matthews. That's pretty basketball. Matthews trapped in the corner and knocked out of bounds by Allons. It will go to Rickman. Before it does, though, Jathan Smith going to check in. He'll replace Heath Matthews. Allons extending the pressure 2-2-1. Full court. Melton to throw in to Hill. Hill pushed in the backcourt by Hammock. Hammock going to be called for the foul. That'll be his second. Team seventh, so the 1-and-1 should be here for Rickman. That's 7. They don't say so at the table. As Melton to throw in to Hill. Hill in the front court to Puckett running on the left side. Puckett back to Melton. Melton now to Smith. Smith right baseline Miller. Miller tries to save it but throws it out of bounds. Turnover by Rickman will give it right back to Allons. They'll play it in the backcourt as stepping out to throw in will be Beachboard. Beachboard to play the ball in. Goes inbounds to Hammock. Hammock now to bring it front court to Ogletree at the high post. To Beachboard, backdoor cut. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound Puckett. Puckett now to Hill. Hill will work it across the timeline with the left-hand dribble. Left side Smith. Open look at a three. Jathan can't connect on that one. Puckett with the offensive board. Then he's going to be tied up, and the arrow's going to give it to Allons. Jump ball call will give it to the Bulldogs as stepping out to throw in will be Parker Beachboard. Beachboard plays it into Hammock to bring it front court. We're under a minute to play in the first quarter as Hammock's pass knocked away by Melton and out of bounds. Touch last by the Bulldogs. Basketball going to stay with Allons as Beachboard will play it in. Left side front court right in front of the Rickman bench. High post Ogletree at the elbow. Now to Hammock. They wanted that backdoor cut again, but Rickman took that one away. Left side they go to Beachboard. Beachboard will drive. Gets underneath. Scoop layup inside. Good. Parker Beachboard. Tough shot from underneath. Beachboard has 6. Allons leads it 15-0 here in the first quarter. Hill now to Melton. Melton will bring it across the timeline. Picks up the dribble. Goes left side Puckett. He'll take the three. That one's rimming, no good. Puckett with the offensive rebound. Little jump hook in the lane, no good. Miller with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Smith. Smith, little floater on the left side, no good. Rebound Beachboard. To Hammock wanting to run. Hammock quickly in the front court. Spins inside. Driving layup, no good. But Miller fouled him. And Hammock will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. J.P. Miller will pick up his first. Team's fourth here in the first half. Still don't have the bonus light lit up there for Rickman, but it will be Jagger Hammock at the free throw line shooting 2. He's 1 of 1 from the free throw line in the game. Free throw by Hammock is no good. 5 points for Jagger. Allons being led by Beachboard with 6. Rickman still looking for their first points with 4 seconds to play first quarter. Second free throw by Hammock. That one's good as he's now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Inbounds thrown away as Allons will have a chance at a final shot here with 3.7 to play in the first quarter. They'll play it in on the baseline with Ogletree stepping out to throw in. Ogletree goes right corner now to Bowles. His jumper's no good. Rebound Hill, and the quarter will end right there. We're through one. It is Allons 16, Rickman 0. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Back here at Allons, as a good first quarter by the Allons Hawks has them in front 16-0. At the end of the first quarter, a couple of players with 6 points apiece. Parker Beachboard had 6. Jagger Hammock with 6. Hammock 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 4 points in the first half for Mason Bowles in the first quarter. Carter Harris got to the free throw line. He went 0 for 2. Allons defense holding Rickman scoreless in the first quarter as the Hawks lead it 16-0. Both teams 2-0 in county play. Rickman's got Hill, Smith, Melton, Puckett, and Miller on the floor. Allen's going to send Bowles, Ogletree, Beachboard, also Hammock, and number 42, Clay Melton, into the lineup for Allens for the first time. Arrow going to give it to Rickman to start the second quarter as they'll play the ball in. Hill stepping out to throw in for the Bulldogs. Goes inbounds to Smith. Smith now will bring it across the timeline to Hill. Hill way out in three-point range on the left side. In the corner now to Miller. Miller back to Hill. Up top, Melton. Melton dribbling top of the key. Ball knocked away and stolen by Hammock. Hammock quickly to the rim. Left side layup good. Jagger Hammock. Hammock 2 in the quarter. He's got 8 in the game. It is 18-0 Allens. Melton at the right elbow to the free throw line. Down low Hill. Hill right side Miller. His jumper rolling good. J.P. Miller. Miller with the first 2 of the night for Rickman with 5:24 to play in the first half. It's 18-2 Allens. Ogletree, left side Beachboard, stepping out to take the 3. This one's no good. Rebound Melton. Down low they go to Bowles. His follow's no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. There's a foul going to be called on Rickman. It will go on J.P. Miller. He'll pick up his second, team's 5th here in the first half. This will put Mason Bowles on the free throw line to shoot 2. He's had an impact coming off the bench with 4 points. Free throw here, though, is no good. He'll shoot a second. Stepping back up there for the Hawks, trying to add to this 16-point lead. Dribbling the basketball there. This one's on the way. This one's no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds off Ogletree. That's a good call as Miller played it off the hands of Ogletree, and it will go to Rickman. Melton inbounds to Smith in the backcourt. Smith across the timeline, working on the far side. To Hill at the left elbow. His jumper's no good. Rebound Ogletree to Hammock. They'll slow it down this time as they'll set the offense. Hammock will bring it across the timeline, working it between the circles. Right side they go to Beachboard. Back to Hammock. Left side Melton. In the corner, pass deflected away by Melton for Rickman as Blake Melton knocks that Clay Melton pass away. Will be touched last by Rickman. Beachboard will play it in. Left side front court. Goes inbounds to Hammock. Hammock inside Ogletree. Turns to his right. Jumper banking no good. Puckett with the rebound for Rickman, and he's held and fouled by Bowles. Mason Bowles will pick up his first. I've got them with 8 fouls. Now they will put them on the free throw line. Still don't have the bonus light lit up there. They do now, as Puckett will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Green going there with 4:49 to play in the first half. First free throw attempt of the game for Rickman. Puckett at the line. Free throws on the way and good. Green has his first point. Chance to get them even closer here. Dribbling the basketball there. Second free throw on the way. That one's bouncing good again. Puckett makes them both. Cuts the lead down to 14. And Carter Harris and Lucas Simmons coming back in for Allons. Bowles and Melton going to sit down. Coach Chris Stacy not wanting Rickman to get any momentum as the inbounds goes to Hammock. Hammock, high post Ogletree. Ogletree back to Hammock. Hammock will drive, gets in the paint, kicks it out to Simmons. Right side beach board, three ball in the air is no good. Rebound taken away by Hill. Then Hill's going to be fouled by Simmons, and that's number 3. I think it's Simmons. We'll wait and see. It will go on Lucas Simmons, and that's his 3rd. He picks up number 3 with 4:31 to play in the first half. So quickly, Mason Bowles will get up off the bench once again. And he'll come in and replace Simmons. Clayton Hill to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 still on team foul number 9. Hill stepping up there. Puts the free throw on the way and knocks it down. Hill with his first point. Rickman trying to chip away at this Allons lead. It was 16-0 at the end of the first quarter. They've outscored them 5-2 here in the second quarter. This one's on the way. This one's no good. Puckett with the offensive rebound, takes it back up and draws a foul from Bowles. Mason Bowles will pick up his second. 2 shots here for Green Puckett, and they do have a chance to get even closer. Puckett stepping up there. Puts this one on the way. Rims out. He started 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Another chance here. I've got him with 10 fouls. But the table may only have 9. Either way, the next one's the double bonus. This one by Puckett, rims out. Rebound taken away by Bowles to Beachboard. Now Hammock to bring it front court. 4:20 to play first half. Allons leading 18-5. Hammock, right side, pass stolen by Smith. Smith looking to run. He'll drive, gets inside. Jumper banking good. Jathan Smith. Smith with his first 2. Rickman's cut it to 11 at 18-7. Hammock in the front court. Down low, Ogletree. Back to Hammock on the left side. His 3 in the air is no good. Melton with the rebound. Then it's taken away. Harris knocked it free. The drive inside knocked away by Puckett. It's loose on the floor. They'll dive after it. The arrow's going to keep it with Allons. Hawks will play it in underneath as the officials get together to discuss something here. Now we're going to call the jump ball, and it will go to Allons with Ogletree stepping out to throw in. Before he does, though, Heath Matthews going to come in replacing J.P. Miller. As Ogletree will play it in. Left side on the baseline. Left corner they go to Harris. Right back to Ogletree stepping inbounds. Pass deflected by Hill, but gets to Hammock. Left side Harris. Down low Ogletree. Turns to his right. Ball is knocked free. Taken away by Hill. Hill quickly in the front court for Rickman. All the way to the bucket. The jumper is no good, but a foul going to be called on Allons. And Clayton Hill has a chance to cut this to single digits, as it will be free throws here. There's going to be a technical foul called here. The foul will go on Mason Bowles on the common foul. Then a technical foul was called on Allons. I think it's going to be Hammock they called it on. I think he said 21. He didn't signal. He just came over to the table. As we'll shoot 2 common free throws here with Clayton Hill going to the line. Then they'll have 2 technical free throws. Then they'll have possession. So Rickman a chance to really cut into this lead here. Like I said, he didn't signal who the technical was on. He's coming over to talk to Coach Stacy. Now it will be Hill shooting the free throws. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. So Clayton Hill with his second point. This one's on the way. Good again. Now 2 more free throws on the technical. Will they keep Hill there? I would think so. The way he looked on those free throws. They are going to keep Clayton Hill out there to shoot the technical free throws. As he will step back up there with 3:41 to play in the first half. This one's on the way and good. Second one coming up. Dribbling the basketball there. This one's on the way and good again. So Hill makes 4 in a row at the free throw line. Now Rickman has possession. And the way we have it, Simmons has 3 fouls. Hammock has 3 fouls. Bowles has 3 fouls for Allons. So the Hawks in some deep foul trouble here in the first half. We've still got 3:41 to play in the second quarter. Melton to throw in on the far side. Melton plays it into Hill. Hill will bring it across the timeline. Hill hands off to Melton. Down low, Puckett's wide open at the rim. Layup good. Green Puckett. His first field goal. He's got 4. A 6-point trip for Rickman. Cuts the lead down to 5 at 18-13. Down low they go to Bowles. Bowles to Harris. Tough catch in the crowd. Left-hand jumper good. Carter Harris. Allons needed that. Harris scores inside his 4th point. Smith in the front court for Rickman. Picks up the dribble. Smith now to Melton. Melton has it knocked away at the right elbow. Gets inside. Jumper's no good. And Puckett's on the back of Carter Harris. Green Puckett picks up his first. Team 6th. So it is no free throws here as Simmons going to come back in replacing Bowles. Simmons will come back with the 3 fouls. 3:05 to play first half. Allons leading 20-13. They led it by as many as 16 in this first half. Simmons in the front court. Simmons now to Clay Melton back out there. Beach board on the left baseline. They're going to call a travel. Turnover by Allons. We'll give it right back to Melton. But before the throw-in, a timeout going to be called by Allons. They'll take a 30 with 2:55 to play in the first half. We'll take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. W&O Construction Company, Cornicello's Italian Restaurant, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, the Raines family, and Highway Tire. Allons led 16-0 at the end of the first quarter. Rickman's outscored them 13-4 in this second quarter, cut the lead down to 7 at 20-13. The girls' game earlier, Rickman led by 10 at halftime. Allons able to come from behind and win it 31-30 with the game winner by Ava Whited with 6.6 seconds to play in the fourth quarter to propel the Allons girls to the victory. Rickman to play the ball in on the inline. Chance to get even closer here in this second quarter, as it will be Blake Melton to throw in against 2-2-1 pressure. To Hill, right back to Melton stepping in bounds. To Hill, back to Melton, now to Smith across the timeline. Smith picks up the dribble to Hill on the right wing. Hill will cross to the left hand, goes on the wing Smith. Smith inside Puckett posting up, takes it out Simmons. Simmons blocked him with the 3 fouls. Harris clears it out of there as Carter Harris with the rebound. He'll get it in the front court. Harris will drive. He's double teamed. To Melton. Clay's left side 3 is no good. Puckett gets control of the rebound for Rickman. Now to number 55, Melton in the front court with it. Melton now to Smith. Smith open look at a 3 on the left side and knocks it down. Jathan Smith with his first 3. He's got 5, and Rickman's cut it to 4 at 20-16. Harris up top now to Clay Melton. Right side beach board. In the corner, Harris. Down low, Simmons. Right to the rim. Layup good. Lucas Simmons. Simmons plagued by foul trouble all night. Scores his first 2. Beach board almost got a steal. Smith in the front court will lob it down low. Puckett, who made the catch in traffic. He's going to be tied up by Ogletree, and the arrow is going to give it to Rickman. Blake Melton stepping out to throw in, left side on the baseline, as he'll play it in with 1:50 to play in the first half. Smith, 3 ball is no good. Ogletree with the rebound. Then his pass taken away. Hill with the steal. They've got a new player in there. Inside Puckett posting up. He's double teamed, and they're going to call what? Is it a jump ball or is it a foul? It's going to be a foul on Allons. It'll go on Mark Ogletree. He'll pick up his second. Rickman has got number 11, Colton Hill, in the ball game. Green Puckett going back to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 1:38 to play in the first half. Try to make this again a 4-point game. Puckett stepping up there for the Bulldogs, dribbling the basketball there. Free throws on the way and good. Puckett with 5 points now to tie Clayton Hill and Jathan Smith to lead Rickman. Second free throw here. This one's on the way. This one's no good. Rebound Simmons. Simmons now to Clay Melton. Melton to bring it up court. Left side through the hands of Harris and out of bounds. Took his eye off of it as he tried to make that move, and now Rickman's got a chance to make this a one-possession game. Hill tried to go back to Melton. Beachboard knocked it away and out of bounds, but it will stay with Rickman. Melton plays it into Hill, breaking front court. Right side, Colton Hill picks up the dribble. His pass knocked away. Clayton Hill will get to it. Up top, Melton. Back to Clayton Hill. Hill spins to the free throw line. Left side, Jathan Smith. Open look at a three. That one's no good. Beachboard with the rebound for Allons. Beachboard now to Melton. Back to Beachboard to bring it front court. Beachboard, high post they go to Ogletree. Left side, Harris. Harris going to be cut off on the baseline. His jumper's no good. Simmons with the offensive rebound, back up, no good. But he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as a foul will go on Rickman. Picking it up is going to be Green Puckett. He'll be called for his second. Team 7th, but this will put Lucas Simmons on the free throw line to shoot 2. His first free throw attempts of the night, coming with exactly a minute to play in the first half in a 5-point Allons lead, 22-17. Simmons shooting 2 for the Hawks. Free throw is bouncing, no good. He'll have a second opportunity, stepping back up there for Allons. Simmons with 2 points in the game, dribbling the basketball there. Free throws on the way. They'll wave it off on a lane violation. Lane violation on Allons. Going to take that free throw away and keep the lead at 5, 22-17. Melton goes inbounds to Puckett, coming back to help out against the pressure. Now to Melton. Melton brings it front court on the dribble. Left side, Smith catches the high pass. Smith will go right side to Hill. Hill will drive. Down low, Puckett. Ball knocked away by Harris, taken away by Ogletree. Now Melton will control. Melton now to Beachboard to bring it front court. Beachboard, high post to Ogletree. Left side, Harris. Back to Beachboard. Now to Simmons in three-point range. Right side, Melton. Simmons, right elbow jumper, banking, no good. Ogletree taps that one out of bounds. Touch last by Allons. It will go to Rickman with 30 seconds to play in the first half. The Bulldogs will play it in the backcourt, trailing by 5 in a game that they looked completely out of at the end of the first quarter. They battled their way back in. Melton to bring it front court. Will work it across the timeline. Lob down low, tried to hit Puckett. Threw it over his head and out of bounds. Turnover by Rickman will give it right back to Allons. Hawks a chance to extend this lead back to beyond 5 if they can score as they look to hold for the last possession of the first half. Beachboard in the front court with 14 seconds. Right side, Melton. Melton back to Beachboard. Down low, tried to hit Harris, knocked away. Harris got to it. He'll drive. His jumper's no good. And the rebound knocked out of bounds. And it will go to Allons. Official coming over, giving the Rickman assistant coaches a bench warning. Ogletree to throw in on the baseline. 6 seconds to play in the first half. Inside Harris. And what have we got? Foul going to be called on Puckett. That's a big one there. That's his third. Puckett picks up number 3 with 4.4 to play in the first half. And this will put Carter Harris on the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Harris stepping up there. The left-hander puts it on the way. It's no good. Rebound tapped. Smith will get to it. Pass deflected. Ogletree gets to it. 3-ball at the buzzer by Harris is no good. And we're at halftime. At halftime, it's Allons 22, Rickman 17. Just got a feeling this second half is going to be a good one. We'll be back with it from Allons in just a moment.
Close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Halftime here with Allons leading 22-17. They led 16-0 at the end of the first quarter. It was Rickman outscoring them 17-6 in that second quarter to cut the lead down to 5 at 22-17, where we are at halftime. Halftime scoring, Allons being led by Jagger Hammock with 8 points in the first half for Hammock. He was 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 6 points at halftime for Parker Beachboard. 4 at halftime for Mason Bowles. 2 apiece in the first half for Carter Harris and Lucas Simmons as they're ready to get this one started. So we'll give you the free throw totals as they went 1 of 9 as a team from the free throw line. Rickman being led by 3 players with 5 points. Green Puckett has 5. Clayton Hill has 5. Jathan Smith has 5. 2 points in the first half for J.P. Miller. They went 8 of 12 from the free throw line, made 1 3-point field goal, that one by Jathan Smith. Basketball going to belong to Allons to start the second half. It is Beachboard, Harris, Hammock, Ogletree, and Simmons for the Hawks. For Rickman, it's Smith, Clayton Hill, Colton Hill, Melton, and Puckett for the Bulldogs. Girls game earlier, Allons comes from behind to win that one, 31-30, as we're waiting on the officials to get the second half started. As they now come out of the locker room. Foul trouble, a factor for both teams. Allons has Lucas Simmons with 3, Jagger Hammock with 3, Mason Bowles with 3. Rickman has Green Puckett with 3. They've got J.P. Miller and Jathan Smith with 2. Allons has got Carter Harris and Mark Ogletree with 2. Ogletree in the corner to Beachboard. Down low, Simmons is going to be tied up by Melton. They're going to call a foul on Blake Melton. Melton will pick up his first foul in the second half against Rickman, coming quickly with 5:52 to play in the third quarter. Quickly inbounds to Harris. Harris, quick release layup, good. Saw him pop free inside at the rim. Harris lays it up for his first 2. Beachboard knocks that Hill pass away and out of bounds. Touch last by Rickman. It's going to stay with by Allons. It will stay with the Bulldogs. Melton to throw in. Allons back out by 7, 24-17. Inbounds goes to Puckett, coming back to help against the press. Now to Hill, to Melton. Melton will bring it across the timeline, right side to Smith. Smith has it knocked away, got it back, and the travel going to be called. Turnover by Rickman, forced by Mark Ogletree. We'll give it right back to the Hawks as Hammock to bring it front court. Hammock works it left side to Beachboard. In the corner they go to Ogletree, back to Beachboard. Now to Hammock. Right side Simmons, back to Hammock up top. Down low, Harris posting up. Harris, free throw line to Simmons. Right side Beachboard. 3 ball in the air is no good. Rebound Smith wanting to run, and Hammock's picked up number 4. Jagger Hammock has his 4th. He picks it up with 5:15 to play in the third, so he's going to have to quickly go to the bench. As the leading scorer in the game will sit down with 5:15 to play in the third, and Clay Melton will come in replacing him. Inbounds goes to Smith. Smith now to Blake Melton across the timeline. Long 2 on the far side, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Puckett. Touch last by Rickman. It will go to Allons. Melton stepping out to throw in. Plays it into Beachboard. Beachboard now will bring it across the timeline, working top of the key. Right side they go to Melton. Free throw line Simmons. Simmons through the hands of Beachboard, but right to Melton, and they'll call him for the travel. Turnover by Allons. We'll give it right back to Rickman. Bulldogs to play it in on the inline with Melton stepping out to throw in. Melton plays it into Hill against 2-2-1 pressure to Smith. Long pass to Puckett. Puckett will drive, gets inside, and draws a foul on Harris. Carter Harris will pick up his 3rd, team's 2nd here in the second half. Going to put Green Puckett on the free throw line to shoot 2. Puckett goes there with 4:49 to play in the third. Stepping up there with 5 points, free throw good. Puckett 1 in the quarter, he's got 6 in the game. Trying to make it again a 5-point difference. This one's on the way. This one rims out. Rebound Simmons for Allons. Simmons now to Beachboard. Beachboard will bring it across the timeline to Ogletree. Down low they go to Harris. He's blocked by Puckett. Then Harris going to reach in and try to tie him up, and I think they're going to call the foul on Carter Harris, and they will, and that will be his 4th. Harris picks up number 4, team's 3rd here in the second half. Mason Bowles going to come in replacing Carter Harris, so Harris has 4. Hammock has 4 for Allons. Lob pass knocked away. Whose hands did it go off of? It went off Allons. It will stay with Rickman. Bulldogs will play it in the backcourt as they go inbounds to Hill. Right back to Melton stepping inbounds. Melton will drive, cut off. Finds Colton Hill. Left side jumper, no good. Rebound Simmons. Simmons now to Clay Melton to bring it up court. Clay across the timeline. Goes right side to Beachboard. Beachboard cut off by Hill. Backs it back out to Melton. To Simmons. Back to Melton. Now to Ogletree. Tried to go inside. Ball knocked away by Puckett. Taken away by Melton. Clayton Hill. Right side Smith. Smith will fake. Try to go inside to Puckett. It's kicked away by Allons. It will stay with Rickman in the front court in a 6-point Allons lead, 24-18. Melton goes inbounds to Smith. Now to Hill. Clayton Hill to Colton Hill. They'll skip it right side to Smith. Down low Puckett. Puckett right side layup. Good. Green Puckett. Puckett with 3 in the quarter. He's got 8 in the game, cuts the lead down to 5 at 25-20. Should only be 24 there. They fixed it, 24-20. Melton, right side jumper, no good. Puckett knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Allons. 4-point Hawk lead as they'll play it in right side on the baseline with Ogletree stepping out to throw in. To Bowles on the right block. Has it taken away by Melton. Clayton Hill with it now for Rickman. Clayton in the front court. To Melton on the left side. Melton had an open look at a 3, didn't take it. Colton Hill dribbling here will pick up the dribble. They double team. Inside Puckett. Jump hook in the lane. Banking good. Green Puckett. Puckett into double figures. He's got 10. Rickman's cut it to 2. 24-22. Beachboard in the front court. Beachboard will drive. Gets inside as he goes. That may be 4 on Puckett. If that is on 0, that is number 4. They didn't signal. I hate that when they don't come over the table. Melton, left side Beachboard, 3 ball in the air, good. Parker Beachboard. Beachboard with a huge bucket. I think that was on Puckett, and I think that was number 4. As that is what Coach Ledbetter is telling him now, that it is 4 on Green Puckett. Huge 3-pointer by Parker Beachboard. He's got 9. That's their first triple of the game for Allons, and they're back out by 5, 27-22. Melton in the front court for Rickman. Melton spins in the crowd. Beachboard took it away to Bowles. Now to Melton. Clay Melton to Beachboard. Beachboard in the front court to Ogletree. Back to Beachboard, dribbling between the circles. Right side Melton. Out top Beachboard. Beachboard will take the 3 and knock it down. Back-to-back triples by Parker Beachboard after Rickman had cut it to 2. A huge answer from Beachboard, and now a whistle stopping play, and travel going to be called on Rickman. And a 30-second timeout called by the Bulldogs. They'll take it with 2:39 to play in the third. We'll take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, and First Church of Livingston. So Rickman had cut it to 2 at 24-22, but now a couple of 3-point field goals by Parker Beachboard has extended the lead back to 8. Green Puckett has picked up his 4th foul for Rickman. Allons has seen Carter Harris and Jagger Hammock pick up 4. Allons has also got Mason Bowles and Lucas Simmons with 3. Rickman has nobody else with more than 2. Beachboard in the front court to Melton. Down low, taken away by Blake Melton for Rickman. To Clayton Hill. Hill, lead pass, tried to hit Puckett. Bowles will knock it away. He'll try to save it, but can't do so. Good hustle by Mason Bowles, getting back to knock away that lead pass and let him set up and play defense against this Rickman offense. Melton to throw in. He'll go to Puckett on the right wing. Puckett will drive with the right hand, backs it back out to Smith. Smith now with the left-hand dribble to Hill on the left side. Hill to the free throw line, back to Smith. Spotted for 3. That one's no good. Rebound taken away by Bowles for Allons. Now to Beachboard. Beachboard to bring it front court on the dribble. Beachboard across the timeline to the left elbow. Pull-up jumper, no good. Simmons with an offensive rebound, back up, no good. Puckett will tap the rebound to Melton. Now to Hill to bring it front court. Hill in the front court. Smith on the right side. Smith, free throw line, Melton. Knocked away and stolen by Beachboard. Beachboard quickly in the front court. He'll drive. Layup blocked by Hill, but a foul going to be called on Clayton Hill. Hill will pick up his first, team's second here in the second half. And this will put Parker Beachboard on the free throw line to shoot 2. Beachboard with 12 points leads all scorers. Puckett in double figures for Rickman. Beachboard free throw on the way, rims out. Had a chance to extend it back to double digits. Still a chance to make it a 9-point Rickman lead, stepping back up there. This one's on the way. This one is good. So Beachboard got the roll on that one. 7 in the quarter, 13 in the game. Smith in the front court. Down low, Puckett. Power dribble. Right side layup. No good. Puckett taps it, but Ogletree will control it to Melton. Now Beachboard to bring it front court. Beachboard top of the key. Works it right side. Melton. Back to Beachboard. Beachboard back to Melton on the right wing. He'll go back to Beachboard. Beachboard cut off by Colton Hill. Spins back to the left hand. Ball knocked away by Clayton Hill. Picked up inside by Bowles. His jumper's no good. Rebound Puckett. Puckett now to Hill to bring it front court. Clayton Hill working there against the double team. Picks up the dribble to Melton. Left baseline, Colton Hill. His jumper's no good. Puckett with the offensive rebound, and he's held and fouled by Allons. It'll go on Mark Ogletree. He'll pick up his third, team's fourth here in the second half. Throw in here for Blake Melton. Melton plays it to Puckett out top. Fakes the three. Left side, Colton Hill. Colton on the baseline. Melton down low, Puckett posting on Simmons. Back to Melton. Short corner jumper on the left side. Good. Blake Melton. Melton stepping to the short corner. Has his first two. Rickman cuts the lead back to 7 at 31-24. And away from the ball, a foul going to be called on Simmons. And Lucas Simmons has picked up his fourth. So Simmons has 4. He's the third player for Allons to pick up as many as 4. Melton to throw the ball in the backcourt. Melton to play it in. They go front court to Colton Hill. Hill on the left side. His three in the air is no good. Out of bounds. Touched last by Allons. Rather by Rickman. It'll go to Allons. They'll play it in to Beachboard to bring it front court. Beachboard to Ogletree on the left side. Back to Beachboard. Back to Ogletree. He'll take the three on the far side. It's no good. Bowles with an offensive rebound. He'll save it, though, to Puckett. Bowles had it, lost it, out of bounds, and tried to save it, but right to Puckett. Underneath, Colton Hill at the rim. His layup good. Hill beating everyone down floor. He gets wide open at the rim, lays it up and in to score his first two and cut the lead to 5 at 31-26. Beachboard, left side, Ogletree. Beachboard, contested three in the air is banking, no good. Hill will tap the rebound, but Bowles will get to it. His shot at the buzzer is no good. That's good recognition by Bowles. I didn't notice that it was running out. He did. And the Allons lead at the end of 3 is 5. It's Allons 31, Rickman 26. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care, close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Ready to start the fourth quarter. It was a 5-point lead at halftime. 5-point lead now to start the fourth quarter. 31-26. Allons in front. They have led by as many as 16. Scored the first 16 of the game. Rickman battled back to cut it to 2 at 24-22. But now Allons extending the lead back to 5 now. Hawks in some deep foul trouble, though. They've got 3 players with 4 fouls. Rickman has 1 with 4. Basketball going to belong to Rickman to start the fourth quarter. Melton goes inbounds to Smith back in there. Smith across the timeline with the left-hand dribble. Picks up the dribble, now to Hill. And a travel going to be called on Jathan Smith. Travel against Rickman. We'll give it to Allons for their first possession of the fourth quarter as they'll play it into Hammock. Hammock now in the front court to Beachboard. Right side 3 ball is no good. Rebound tapped by Puckett, controlled by Colton Hill. Hill now will bring it front court on the dribble. Lost control of it and walked with it. Discontinued dribble by Rickman will give the basketball right back to Allons as they'll play it in the backcourt. Beachboard goes inbounds to Hammock to bring it across the timeline. Hammock works it left side to Ogletree. Back to Hammock. Hammock right side. Beachboard down low. Simmons power dribble. Melton got a piece of that. Then the rebound lost out of bounds by Harris. Touch last by Allons. It will go to Rickman. Melton to throw in. A chance to make it a single possession game if they can score on this trip. Hill to Melton out top. Left baseline, Colton Hill. His jumper's no good. Rebound fought for inside. Harris will come up with it for Allons. Harris now to Hammock. Hammock across the timeline. Goes right side to Beachboard. Beachboard back to Hammock up top to Ogletree. Harris inside posting up. His jumper with the left hand's no good. Simmons with the offensive board back up, no good. Rebound underneath Harris. His jumper's no good. Harris will try to save it. It's on the end line, and it's off Allons. It will go to Rickman. Bulldogs to play it in on the end line as they go inbounds to Clayton Hill. Hill now will bring it across the timeline. Pass taken away. Beachboard just leaping up to make the steal. Then he is going to draw a foul on Clayton Hill. Hill will pick up his second. And then a technical foul called. The foul on Clayton Hill. Parker Beachboard going to the free throw. I didn't see who the technical was on. Free throw by Beachboard is no good. He'll have another. Then they'll have a couple of technical free throws. I think the technical was on Rickman. It may have been on Clayton Hill. This one's on the way. This one's no good. So two more. I thought they should have had two more free throws. He was driving. Either way, they get possession. Inbounds goes to Hammock. Hammock down the front court to Ogletree. Back to Hammock. Hammock inside to Harris posting up. His jumper's no good. He's going to be fouled by Jathan Smith. Smith will pick up his third. Team's fourth here in the second half. I think that is Clayton Hill that picked up that one. Carter Harris, the free throw line to shoot two. This one's on the way and no good. Remains a 5-point difference, 31-26. Harris to shoot a second free throw. Stepping back up there for the Hawks. Dribbling the basketball there. This one's on the way. This one rims out. Simmons with the offensive rebound back up, no good. Simmons will try again, no good. And Simmons may have just fouled out. Now it's on Carter Harris. He's fouled out. We've got him with 5 as Rickman will play it in. They don't take him out. That should be 5 on Carter Harris. As he will foul out with 4:26 to play in the fourth quarter. Clock continued to run. They're going to put 4:30 back on. Carter Harris is fouled out. Mason Bowles will come in replacing him. Harris will foul out with 4:30 to play in the fourth quarter. He'll leave with 4 points. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Rickman, as it will be Jathan Smith going to the free throw line to shoot the front end of the 1-and-1. Now that's not a 1-and-1. So Rickman to play it in. They'll play it in the backcourt. And a 5-point Allons lead, 31-26. Blake Melton stepping out to throw in. Plays it in to Clayton Hill. Back to Melton, kicked away by Hammock. And on the kick ball, it will stay with Rickman. Bulldogs to play it in. In the front court to Hill. Hill with the left-hand dribble drive to Smith. Jathan spotted for 3, rims out on it. Rebound Simmons for Allons. Simmons now to Hammock to bring it front court. Hammock across the timeline, and a timeout call by Allons. They'll take it with 4:14 to play in the fourth quarter. They'll take a 30. We'll take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. W&O Construction, Cornicello's Italian Restaurant, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, the Raines family, and Highway Tire. Again, very tough to pick up sometimes on what the calls are. I think Clayton Hill was called for his third foul on a technical there, and second technical of the game. One on each team. Beachboard to throw in with 4:14 to play in the fourth quarter. Still a lot of time as the inbound goes to Hammock. Hammock will bring it across the timeline to Beachboard. Down low Simmons. Simmons' jumper's no good. Puckett will tap the rebound. It's loose on the floor, and Puckett will pick it up. Now to Hill. We've been at 31-26 for a long time. Hill left side to Melton. Melton will drive. Gets in the lane as he goes. Hand check going to be called on Allons. It'll go on Parker Beachboard. He'll pick up his first. We've got Allons with 6. That's 7, they say. So Blake Melton, the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Melton going there for the first time, trying to cut into this 5-point lead. Free throw by Melton is no good. Rebound tap by Bowles. Bowles will get to it, to Beachboard. Now to Hammock to bring it front court. Hammock across the timeline, works it right side to Beachboard. Beachboard back to Hammock. Hammock left side to Ogletree, back to Hammock. Hammock works his way inside, forces up a jumper, no good. Rebound Colton Hill. Hill now to Clayton Hill. Clayton in the backcourt for Rickman. Double teamed over the top of it to Melton. Melton back to Hill, cutting top of the key. Back to Melton on the left side. He'll drive. Little floater on the baseline, blocked away by Bowles. Taken out there by Puckett. Puckett now backs it back out to Hill. Hill fakes the three. Lets the defender go by. 3 ball in the air, no good. Rebound Melton for Rickman. Up top Smith. Smith will fake. He'll drive. Shot rejected by Simmons. Then a foul going to be called on Rickman. Foul will go on Colton Hill. He'll pick up his first. No free throws here, so not a bad foul there by Hill. And the inbounds goes to Hammock. They had a wide open layup if he doesn't commit that foul, so pretty smart play. Beachboard inside Bowles. Bowles jumper down low, rolling good. Mason Bowles. Bowles 2 in the quarter. He's got 6 in the game, back to a 7-point lead. Melton tries to drop it down low to Puckett. Goes off the hands of Bowles and out of bounds as he deflects it away. Basketball going to stay with Rickman as Melton will step out to throw in. Up top Hill, now to Puckett. Left wing 3 by Green is no good. Melton tries to save it, but saves it right to Bowles. Then on the outlet, a foul going to be called on Jathan Smith. Smith will pick up his 4th. We've got him with 6. They say that's 7, so a free throw here for Jagger Hammock. Shooting the front end of the 1-and-1. Chance to become the second Allons player to go into double figures if he can make both these. But to get the second, he's got to knock down the first. Hammock stepping up there. Free throws on the way and good. Jagger, 1 in the quarter. He's got 9 in the game. Chance to extend the lead to 9 again. 35, it's 34-26 at this time. Chance to make it 35-26. Hammock. Second free throw on the way. This one's no good. Rebound Hill for Rickman. Hill now to Melton. Melton in the front court for the Bulldogs. Melton up top to Hill. Lob down low, tried to hit Puckett. Threw it too tall for him to get to. Turnover by Rickman. We'll give it right back to Allons. Beachboard. Plays it into Hammock to bring it front court. Hammock now will work it across the timeline with 2:25 to play in the game. Allons back in control with an 8-point lead. They spread the floor, trying to burn a little time here. Beachboard. Now to Hammock. Hammock will drive. Pass kicked away by Puckett. Touch last by, with a kick ball by Allons, by Rickman. Going to keep it with Allons. And a timeout called by Rickman. They'll take it with 2:14 to play in the fourth. It's Allons 34, Rickman 26. We'll be back to Allons in just a moment.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
34-26, the Allons lead is 8 as they try to sweep this matchup tonight with Rickman. Girls game, Allons won that one 31-30 to move to 5-3 overall, 2-1 in the county. With the loss, the Rickman girls dropped to 1-2 in the county. These two boys teams here unbeaten in county play. They're both 2-0. Wilson boys, they're 1-0, so 3 of the 5 county teams undefeated right now. Allons 2 minutes 14 seconds away from moving into sole first place in the county race. On this boys' side, as Ogletree goes inbounds to Simmons, now to Beachboard. Beachboard to Ogletree. Ogletree back to Beachboard. Now to Hammock with it. Hammock right side Simmons. Simmons back to Hammock. Hammock will cross it over, works his way to the baseline. Is going to be pushed and fouled by Colton Hill. Hill will pick up his second. This will put Allons on the free throw line to shoot the 1-1 with Jagger Hammock going there with 9 points in the game. Stepping up there with 2:01 to play in the fourth. Dribbling the basketball there. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Hammock, the second player for Allons to go into double figures. He's got 10. Second one coming up. Try to make it a double-digit lead. Hammock puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Jagger's gotten to the line a lot tonight. He's been to the free throw line 7 times, has made 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Melton, pull-up jumper on the left side, bouncing no good. Rebound taken away by Ogletree. Now to Hammock. Allons taking control of this one once again as Hammock brings it front court to Ogletree. And he's going to be pushed and fouled by Hill. Clayton Hill will pick up his fourth. Ogletree going to the free throw line for the first time, looking for his first point of the contest as he steps up there to shoot the 1-1. Still a 1-1 here for Allons. Next one should be the double bonus for the Hawks. Ogletree, free throws on the way and good. Mark has his first point. And that should just about put it away for Allons. 37-26 with 1:42 to play in the fourth quarter. Ogletree stepping up again for the Hawks. Puts this one on the way. Rattles and drops through. Ogletree makes them both. In the quarter, they have been to the line 10 times and made 5 of 10 in the fourth quarter. Smith's three blocked by Beachboard. Blocked out of bounds by Beachboard. Touched last by the Hawks. It's going to stay with Rickman. Melton to throw in, left side front court. As he plays it into Puckett. Puckett will skip it to Hill. Hill pull-up jumper at the right elbow is no good. Long rebound. Hill will get to it. Then Hill's pass knocked away by Beachboard. It's loose, picked up by Ogletree. Ogletree now to Hammock. That was Hammock that knocked it away over there and forced that turnover. Hammock will bring it front court for Allons. Right side they go to Beachboard. Beachboard back to Hammock. Hammock on the left wing now to Ogletree. Back to Hammock. They look to trap. Melton knocked it away and Colton Hill just pushed Beachboard. 2 shots here. They'll call it a common foul on Colton Hill. He'll pick up his third. So 2 shots for Parker Beachboard. He's matched his number with 13 here tonight against Rickman. 1:06 to play in the fourth quarter. Free throw by Beachboard is good. Beachboard 1 in the quarter, 14 in the game. They cut it to 2, did Rickman, at 24-22. Then Parker Beachboard on back-to-back trips hit 2 big 3-point field goals to extend it back to 8, and Rickman couldn't get back after that. Second free throw by Beachboard is no good. Rebound taken away by Melton. Melton in the front court for the Bulldogs. Now to Hill. Hill left side Smith. Smith to Melton. Threw it over his head and out of bounds. Turnover by Rickman will give it back to Allons with 57 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Inbounds goes to Ogletree. Now to Beachboard, now to Hammock against 2-2-1 pressure. Hammock right side to Simmons. Simmons to Hammock. Hammock's going to be held and fouled by Blake Melton. Melton will pick up his second, so this will put Jagger Hammock back on the free throw line to shoot 2. He goes there with 11 points on the night. 52 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Hammock stepping to the free throw line. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Hammock 4 in the quarter, 12 in the game. Allons being led in scoring by Beachboard with 14. Second free throw coming up from Hammock. This one's on the way. This one's good. So he makes them both. He's made 4 in a row from the free throw line and 5 of 6 in the fourth quarter. The front court with it, Melton. Melton, left corner, they go to Hill. He'll take the 3 on this left side and knock it down. Clayton Hill with the first three-pointer of the second half for Rickman. He's got 8. Cuts the lead down to 12. Now there's a steal by Hill to Melton. Melton back to Hill. Spotted for 3. That one's no good. Rebound coming out long to Ogletree. Ogletree to Hammock. He'll back it out to Beachboard. 20 seconds to play. Now to Simmons. Rickman coaches saying don't foul. Colton Hill didn't see him. He will foul. Picking up his 4th, and this will put Lucas Simmons on the free throw line to shoot 2. Simmons going there with 17 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Stepping up there for the Hawks. Free throws on the way and good. Simmons with his 3rd point of the game. First made free throw of the night for Simmons. He's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He'll shoot another here. Second free throw coming up. 17 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. This one's on the way. This one's good. Simmons makes them both there. Smith will bring it front court to Melton. Melton pulls up at the right elbow. His jumper's good. Blake Melton. Melton with his 4th point of the night. On the inbounds, Hammock going to be fouled with 5 seconds to play. Foul going to go on Blake Melton, picking up his 3rd. This will put Jagger Hammock back at the free throw line. If he makes them both, he can become the new scoring leader tonight in the game. Dribbling the basketball there. Puts this one on the way. Left it short. He'll have another opportunity. Parker Beachboard leads all scorers with 14. Only other player in double figures besides Hammock is Puckett with 10. Hammock makes that one, so he's got 14 to tie Beachboard to lead in scoring tonight. Smith in the front court with 3 seconds to Puckett. Puckett left side 3 ball at the buzzer is no good, and that is your final. Allons wins it by a final score of 44-31 to go to 9-2 on the season. With the loss, Rickman drops to 4-3, and the county Allons goes to 3-0. Rickman drops to 2-1. Let's check the final scoring. Carter Harris with 4 points on the night. Mark Ogletree with 2. 14 points scored by Parker Beachboard. 4 points on the night for Lucas Simmons. 14 points scored tonight by Jagger Hammock. And 6 points in the game for Mason Bowles to give Allons their total of 44. For Rickman, the Bulldogs led tonight by Green Puckett with 10. 2 points in the game for Colton Hill. 2 points scored tonight by J.P. Miller. 7 in the game for Clayton Hill. 5 points scored tonight by Jathan Smith. 4 points in the game for Blake Melton to give them their total of 31. Girls game earlier, Allons won that one 31-30. The Allons boys complete the sweep with a 44-31 win over the Rickman boys here at Allons Elementary School tonight. Thank you to our sponsors making tonight's broadcast possible. For Tyler Maxwell, this is Craig Cantrell saying good night from